Shall we crack on with the sesh?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened last time.
Yeah, that's my bad. I didn't edit the episode. Does anyone want to give Sophie a brief rundown of your activities last session before we go on to the reminders?
Went to a haunted house. We found out it was haunted. There weren't any cats.
Whoa, really?
Ollie stole a rocking horse.
I was going to say, what did you take from that haunted house?
I may have stolen a potentially haunted rocking horse and put it in your house. But don't worry, I've surrounded it with cameras.
Terrible idea.
I've surrounded it with cameras. It'll be fine.
And then, as I recall, they went to the local library and did some furious looking up of things.
Yeah, I don't remember what we found out. I seem to recall us finding out something that was relevant.
You found out
probably
a few
about.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, probably about the ghost with the hat. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, you found a few things that were relevant. You also made a phone call.
Yeah, we harassed the previous family.
I became an investigative reporter. Just saying.
You unashamedly harassed that person.
But because I'm an investigative journalist, I'm allowed to.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter because no one's there to tell me. Shouldn't be how that works.
He's not wrong.
I told you that's not how.
All three of us told you.
Nobody was there.
I did call you repeatedly. So let's have some reminders from last session. Skye wants to take advantage of her antecessor whilst staying at the haunted house. While Luigi boards are available on the island. Todd has stolen a rocking horse from
Luigi
the attic.
boards instead of just Ouija boards.
Has stolen a rocking horse from the attic of Jacob's place. And, don't know what this is or who it's from, but remember to L, C, and S.
What?
C and F?
I don't know. I don't know. You noted down the abbreviation.
It sounds like an Ollie note.
It does sound like an Ollie note.
I wouldn't put it out like that. I don't know.
Well, it looks like you will neither be L'ing, C'ing, nor S'ing.
Is it L, C or is it LC?
It's L, C, and S, all one word.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Well, let's all blame Ollie for leaving a vague reminder, even though it may not have been him.
I mean, we literally have recordings to see if it is or not.
We do, but I probably won't get to editing them to the weekend.
Blame you.
Yeah, it is my fault, honestly. So, I believe did we end off in the library or in your house? Well, in Sophie's house, actually.
I think we actually ended up going back to the house for the night. That's where we left off.
Oh yeah, to wait until the evening.
I remember strongly pushing for overnighting in the house.
Yeah, you're gonna wait for the evening and then go exist in the house for a while. So that is where we find the five of you on this one autumn eve. Agatha Gray, Todd Jones, Elizabeth Fortune, Eugene Francis, and Skye Harper in one slightly cramped cat sanctuary, surrounded by some dozens of, if anything, rather spoiled moggies.
Do I notice if any of the cats are avoiding my room? Or the room of the potentially haunted rocking horse?
I suppose there's enough of them to see. It's probably quite difficult to tell whether they're avoiding the rocking horse or avoiding you.
Oh, if I'm not in the room, I'm going to do a little experiment then. I'll just leave the door open. And I'll stand, a ways away from it so I can still see.
It's not that big a house, I'm afraid. You're dealing with imagine a London terrace 2 up, 2 down, so the landing isn't that large. Your behaviour there, you can see, but you're definitely going to be tainting the attitudes of the cats, because they'll know.
Okay, I'll be in my room, but I'll have the door open and just see if any of them come in or not.
Okay. So you're going to sit in your room for a while, staring at the open doorway, focused. What's everyone else doing? You've got a few hours till the evening. I think we left off like 1, 2 in the afternoon.
I'm gonna do some video editing and compile all the recordings from the first walkthrough of the house. Make sure that's uploaded somewhere.
Fair. What have we been getting you to roll, Agatha? You've been on craft... I guess that's probably craft intelligence, right?
Come on, technology.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. Technology, there we go. I knew it was some kind of ability.
You didn't say a difficulty, so no macro.
Yeah, sorry, default diff is 7. That's 2 successes. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. There's a lot of cats here, and the fur is getting everywhere. You can only imagine what your laptop is going to be like after this. But, oh wait, no, are you editing on your phone?
Nah, I probably have a laptop.
Fair. Yeah, you got to assume the wear and tear from this is pretty extreme, but they at least leave you relatively alone, still thinking of you as a stranger.
Cats make for a good Instagram story anyways, so...
It's true. Every delay is another photo you can take, tracking the number of times that they get in the way, the different ones, and who does it the most, which I can only assume would be... What was the name? I don't actually...
Beauregard?
Was it Beauregard? The name of your big drooling cat. I only have the Schlorp name noted down.
No, it was like Mrs. something fancy British name.
Yeah, it began with B, I swear.
Beatrix.
I think it was like something Mittens. I don't know.
We shall call her Lady B for the time being.
Lady Bittens.
So we named her Schlorped version. So when you differently, Sophie. So when you Schlorped out and were replaced by Glinda Githenborough, your large drooly cat was Schlorped out and replaced by Sophie.
Oh,
Can't
it's
tell if that
wonderful.
was disappointment or pleasure. There we go.
No, I'm very pleased.
Cool.
Sorry, my PC is struggling with internet, apparently.
That's fair. What's everyone else up to for the afternoon, going into the early evening?
I'll be going over the notes I've been taking throughout the day and seeing if I can find anything that's particularly standing out or anything, and just kind of like just make sure it's all noted down properly.
Fair. Yeah.
I load it all up on my laptop.
Okay. Let's see. In that case, I think that's probably perception, investigation, diff 8, please. See if you sort of organise your notes and see if you missed anything on the way over.
Sure.
On the table, the cats devastate the remainder of someone's fish.
There's 2 successes.
2 successes indeed. Cool. What information do you have in your notes? What type of thing have you been noting down?
Everything that's been going on that's involved anything supernatural so far. So kind of like just writing down what we've been seeing and what we've been experiencing.
I think someone did a voice recording of the song someone allegedly heard as well, that we were going to try and enhance digitally.
Yes, that was Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Cannibals. I wanted to give you like a nugget there, but I'm afraid the details are a little bit vague for me to know what I can toss your way.
Okay, primarily like the spooky guy that I saw in the upstairs window while we were standing out there, and what we found when we made it up to that part of the house.
Okay,
if that helps narrow it down.
Yeah, I'm trying to think then if there's anything I can throw your way. No, going over your notes, you're actually fairly certain that you're not missing anything per se. You feel like you've made what connections you can, drawn what inferences you can, that you just need more data, more input before you can proceed. Save perhaps some nagging doubts about the house itself. Okay, and the other two, what are Skye, Harper, and Elizabeth Fortune getting up to in the last hours of the afternoon going into evening? I think you had all decided to stay in the house for the record. Stay in Jacob's Place, the allegedly haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What, for the evening?
For the night.
Overnight. We're currently at your house for the evening, waiting for it to get late so that we can go and stay in the haunted house overnight.
I shall pack some tactical snacks.
Tactical snack.
In the kitchen, in front of...
Are you Ace by any chance?
A very large...
We all know the rules.
A very large traditional biscuit tub. Going over which savoury biscuits will pair well with which cheeses.
Is a biscuit tub just a bowl of like cookies and crap?
There's no sewing supplies in here.
I was going to say, Todd stares in awe that there's actually biscuits in them.
Oh yes, the sewing supplies is actually in a sewing box, because I'm not a Philistine.
A biscuit tub, for Katya's reference, they're usually savoury rather than sweet, but it's a large plastic tub that a variety of biscuits come in. It's about that simple. But they're also really good plastic tubs, so you will find people's biscuit tubs in the weirdest of places in their houses because they can
usually become sewing kits.
Yeah.
Because they can
used
hold
to be
a lot.
thin.
Yeah.
I used one for Warhammer once, I think.
Wow. You're a cool guy.
I don't think anyone's ever said that to me before. Thank you. I'll take the compliment.
This is actually the one that we that is most commonly turned into sewing kits. I put it in the Discord.
Oh, that's a tin. That's cheating.
That's what I was thinking of.
That's
Well,
what I was
the
thinking.
tubs as well, the plastic ones.
Yeah.
Biscuit tin if you're fancy. That's sweet. Sorry, yes, we'll call this on the biscuit discussion.
I'm going to have to protest on grounds that is Danish. But...
Well, I mean, if you're going to import from the Nordics, you may as well import quality, am I right?
Oi.
Everyone has a flaw. The flaw of the Danish is that they're Danish. We have to accept it.
Anyway, there's snacks going in here. Not sewing supplies. Skye, my dear, is there anything you don't eat?
I don't use?
You don't eat, darling. Are you allergic to anything?
Oh, no.
No? Okay, good.
I eat pretty much everything.
And would your ghost friends like anything?
A little whisper at the edge of your hearing, Skye.
About if I pack a very nice
Skye shakes her head and says, "No, I think they're good."
Okay. So how long have you been able to talk to them?
About as long as I can remember.
So even when you were a little child?
I was a kid with so many imaginary friends that my parents couldn't keep up.
Oh, I see. I was going to wonder what your parents said about the whole situation.
Oh, they don't believe me.
Ah, yes, as parents are wont to do.
My father has on more than one occasion yelled at me for solid 20 minutes telling me to stop with the imaginary friends already, that I'm too old for that bullshit.
Ah, yes. Yes. Fathers, eh?
The voice of your antecessor comes gently across the wind, whispering into your ear. Guilt.
I didn't actually catch that.
Yeah, sorry, it may have been a little bit too quiet.
Guilter.
Guilt.
Who are we covering in gold? Who are we gilding?
With a T, not a D.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna glare at kind of over my shoulder a little bit and just go, why would I do that?
Why would you do what? Oh, sorry, am I interrupting something? I really don't know how this quite works.
No, it's fine. My spirit guide's being a dick.
Oh, I see. How unpleasant of him. What are they doing?
Told me to guilt you.
Guilt me?
Why?
Also,
I don't
it's your
know.
Grad, isn't it?
Oh, what about the father's comment?
Probably.
Oh, well, my father was right asked, so I don't frankly care what a ghost has to say about it.
Frankly, I don't either.
Good. I'm glad we're in agreement on that one. Jog on, ghost. If you don't want snacks, you can leave my house. Thank you.
That little voice plays. You almost fancy that you heard something yourself there, Elizabeth. Like something or someone walked over your grave.
Yes, well, enough of that. That's rather rude. Stop it. Out you go.
One of your cats nearby stiffens and bolts from the room.
Oh.
Unfortunately, she's rather attached to me.
Another cat stiffens and bolts from the room.
Alright.
I'm gonna turn over my shoulder again and go, will you stop scaring all the cats? Jesus!
Yes, this is a cat sanctuary, not a ghost sanctuary.
Cats all over the house start bolting rapidly, one after another.
I can see why you're quite so exasperated. This is terribly tiring.
You don't know the half of it.
Alright, ghost, you can stay. Just be more courteous, alright? Politeness is a two-way street, and we must cross in the middle of it.
The esteemed Lady B, drool hanging from her lips, marches into the kitchen and begins twining herself through Elizabeth Fortune's legs. Entirely unconcerned as the rest of the cats give in to panic and mayhem.
Hello, my love. You're looking beautiful as ever.
She preens and purrs.
I'll pick her up.
I kind of rolls her eyes, and just sort of turns around to Elizabeth and says, honestly, if you ever get somebody claiming to be a medium who says the ghosts just want to be heard by the living, that they're all sweet and they're a hack. They're a fraud. Ghosts are rude as shit.
Yes, they do seem rather unfriendly. Well, not so much unfriendly, just ill-mannered. How did they ever get invited round for tea times?
An incredibly upset cat barrels into the room, through the door, and then through a small cat flap in the door, out to the outside.
Ghost, could you tell the ghost to please stop staring at the cats? It's not their fault. If they want to be rude, they can be rude to me, but not the cats.
The room seems uncannily still. Skye ignoring the ghost, Elizabeth waiting on Skye, and the ghost apparently ignoring Skye right back. So awkward when you get caught in the middle of a familial dispute.
What do ghosts like? Do they like candles, or I don't know, pleasant aromas?
Yeah, it depends on the ghost, honestly.
Or what about this one?
My ancestor, she don't like anything.
Oh. What about that terrible-looking rocking horse?
I don't know what that is. That's
It's rather cursed, isn't it?
I don't know if it's correct, but they're convinced it's haunted.
And so the conversation goes. I am just going to nip to the toilet real quick. What I would suggest is that you work out who's going to the house over the evening, or Jacob's place, and what you intend to be doing there in terms of like how you're spending the night. And if anyone's staying at the cat sanctuary, then who's doing that and what they're doing. Back in a moment.
Okay.
I'm thinking of staying. I think I might go over to the haunted house, but I'm probably going to pop back periodically to the cat sanctuary to check on my things.
Your bits and your bobs.
Just get live feed, come on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to have a live feed to my phone anyway, but I'm going to go back if I see things a bit strange. But I will mostly just have a live feed, I think.
Alright,
I think
you go.
Yeah, I think I'd like to nip over, but as long as somebody's here to make sure the cats are alright.
But they're cats.
Well, yes, but
Fine.
they rely on me, and Mrs. B is rather old and drooly, as you can see.
That is true. That is a lot to drool from such a tiny little kid.
Yes, she's very talented, isn't she?
That's one way to look at it, certainly. When you're not the one being covered in drool, yes.
No, yes, it's usually me.
You eventually get used to how good they are at their drooling game. It doesn't matter how much you get covered in. The fact they're still doing it at all is impressive.
Yeah.
Long rubber gloves, that's my secret. Anyway, yes, I'd like to nip over, just have a brief look, as long as someone can be accounted for here.
I'm gonna try and stay the whole night. Maybe
Ooh.
see if we can bait the ghost out a little bit, or just set up a camera.
If I don't notice anything on my live stream, I am going to go back to the cat sanctuary and then start provoking the ghost inside the bedroom.
Well, we don't know there is a ghost in the bedroom. We know there's a rocking horse.
There's a ghost attached to that rocking horse. I'm going to annoy the shit out of it. I'm going to provoke the shit out of it.
Be really funny if that rocking horse was just a rocking horse.
Probably is.
The scientific method.
It's in the shape of a red herring. I just don't understand.
Alright. I'm not gonna lie, my scientific training involved very little yelling at ghosts.
But
That's kind of disappointing.
I mean, Skye seems to do that quite a lot.
That's true.
I think that was out of character. Cool, so what are we doing, folks? Who's going where and doing what?
I'm going to make sure that my live stream from the laptop, can directly transfer to my phone, so I can see that, and I'm going to go over to the house with the rest of them. Bring a sleeping bag or something.
Okay.
I don't mind if you need someone to stay and look after the cat sanctuary, I can do it.
Are you a qualified cat caretaker?
No. But they're cats, how hard can it be?
I want to stay the night at the haunted house. Try and provoke the ghosts a bit, but just sort of in general, be there, get some good footage, catch a nap in the house if need be. Where do we stand on Ouija boards? Did we want to get one or not?
Might as well.
Yeah, I mean, don't have to use it if people are concerned, but having one on hand seems like if we get no other signs, we can always try and communicate that way.
Indeed. Good choice. I'm going to nip over to the house, and then I shall return to the cat sanctuary when it gets late.
Okay. Well,
I'll start at the sanctuary, and then when you get back, I'll head over to the house.
Marvelous.
Just about an hour or so, with where the shops are still open. If someone wanted to nip out and grab yourself a Ouija board.
A Ouija.
I thought it was a Waluigi board.
Waluigi boards are available.
Wah! Skye, where are you going? Bless you.
Skye?
Thanks.
Skye?
I'm going to the house.
Okay,
To
good.
make sure that you idiots don't end up possessed or something.
Well, I tell you what, I know the town. I'll go find a Ouija board. Is a Ouija?
To be fair, I don't mind getting possessed as long as we get that on camera.
Really? Fascinating.
Fair. Okay, so Elizabeth Fortune was going to nip out and speedily grab a Ouija board.
Wah!
Okay. I will take perception over commerce, please.
Oh boy!
Difficulty 6. There's quite a few of them.
0.
That's a botch.
You're getting a Waluigi board, lads.
Now, you try a few shops, but they all seem to be closed early. The closest you can find isn't a Ouija board, but it does rhyme somewhat with Ouija.
It's a squeegee board, isn't it?
It is not Squeegee board, it's a Nietzsche board.
What is an Nietzsche board?
It is a Friedrich Nietzsche themed Ouija board.
Oh, well. Special edition.
There is a note attached to it, and the shopkeep is at great pains to stress that the Nietzsche board is widely considered to be a poor Ouija board. It has a tendency to induce depression in users on both sides of the divide between the living and the dead.
Joke's on you, can't induce what's already there.
I can't even describe how emo Wraith is. You could literally do shot glasses of depression. Nietzsche board is nothing.
That's a cute dress. I want that.
You have a dice like a Ouija board.
Oh, nice.
That's how depressed you can be in Wraith.
Well, it's a Ouija board, I suppose, so it'll do the job.
The shopkeep looks at you, looks at the board, looks at you, looks at the board, looks at you, looks at the board, looks at you. Here, how badly do you need a Ouija board at this hour? You do not look like a tourist.
No, I live here. I know you. We used to go to school together.
He blinks. Oh, Liz!
Yes.
You know, I don't recognise you since the acne cleared up.
Yes, those were awkward years,
Don't
weren't
you
they?
live in that cat hostel?
I do, yes.
Oh, man. I was expecting you were going to go off and become a professor at Falmouth or one of the other big cities.
Yes, don't all our dreams die in a blithering way.
The shopkeep gestures around. No, I've always wanted to run one of these shops. I make bank.
I can see that. You have a special edition Ouija board. You must be doing well.
Yeah, I can't shift those for love nor money. Well, I couldn't, at least.
And yet, here I am.
Well, here's hoping that 2022 is a better year for you. Could hardly be worse. Though we did say that in 2020.
Oh, so it was you.
Well, yeah, no, you could blame 2021 for me, but not 2020. Like, I said nothing in 2019.
No. I suppose you didn't.
Alright, Liz, well, it was nice seeing you. I'm going to shut up the shop now, and then go spend my wads of cash down the pub.
You'd already sent 2 kids off to Yale.
I'm so pleased you're doing so well. I said hello to you last week, and you seem to just forget who I am. So I will hopefully see you again next
got
week.
Faces, Liz, but hopefully see you again.
Yes, quite. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'm gonna lie, I can totally see him saying just the Ouija board dress, and then like us having to very, very awkwardly be like, right, we can't move our hand up here or down. We can only touch the letters U, I, and J.
No, he does sell it at Luigi's Ouijas. They sell many.
Luigi's Ouijas?
They sell many Ouija-related paraphernalia.
And squeegees.
They do sell squeegees. He's kind of taken the meme a bit far, but it pays for his holidays, so...
Are they Luigi's Ouija squeegees, or are they Luigi's squeegee
They
Ouijas?
are Luigi's Ouija's branded squeegees that he sells.
I'm glad we got that cleared up.
I'm glad that we've made very limited mileage of the 3 words that rhyme with Ouija. Fucking... Oh,
Hey, you forgot Fiji.
That's true. 4.
Waluigi.
That's cheating. That's the same. That's just Luigi
It's
with
a
Y.
different name!
Kishi?
Kishi? That's not how you pronounce that. To be fair, Nietzsche's not how you pronounce it either. It's Nietzsche. Or in the original German.
And you understand what I meant there, so clearly it's about.
So, Elizabeth Fortune arrives back at her house, Nietzsche board in tow.
To Luigi's. I didn't pick up any of his squeegees this time. But I got a Ouija board. It's a Nietzsche Ouija board. That's the only one he had apparently at a entirely bespoke store that sells rhyming couplets, apparently.
Todd is wildly disappointed you didn't get one of his world famous Luigi's Squegees because he really wanted
tomorrow! You can find us all for the wishes!
They're world famous. He's heard about them in Falmouth.
It's true. The fact that he sells postcards entirely for Fiji is also equally bemusing.
I do hate how well he's done.
So dumb.
Anyway, I have
The
one.
stupid
Let's
thing
go.
is, you know he actually would do well selling that stupid shit because people would buy it just fucking non-stop.
Yeah, I'm kind
at
of
the moment.
tempted to open a store just with that.
Your name's not Luigi.
It can be.
Yeah.
You know, you can just change your name whenever you want, right?
Yeah. Surprisingly
Oh,
easy.
mother-
I mean, I imagine the difficult part is just changing everything else to keep up with your name change. It's
Yeah.
bad enough when you do it when you move.
Okay. So. Darkness falls at just about the moment that a very pissed off Elizabeth, frustrated at her lot in life, arrives back from Luigi's Ouijas. Leaving Eugene to mind the sanctuary, the four of you head back on over to Jacob's place, just a couple of streets over. The house looms in the early evening gloom.
I would also like to loom in the early evening gloom.
How tall are you?
I guess like 5'10", maybe.
All right. Well, I guess let's do a roll, shall we?
What's that, 8 centimeters?
It would be about 175-ish, I would have thought.
I'm
Oh, okay.
honestly just impressed that you can do the calculation in your head.
It's because I know I'm 181 centimeters and I'm 5'11", so roughly it's going to be like 4 centimeters low, so maybe like 178.
I will take appearance over intimidate, difficulty 8, please, Ollie.
Cool. I have only 2 dots in appearance and no dots in intimidate, so let's see how well
I'm
this
taller than you.
one.
Come on,
2d10.
He can't, he's too short.
No successes. No, you do your best, Todd, to loom in the early evening gloom, but sadly, you're only marginally taller than the very gothic teenager, and it's really not doing you any favours.
The gloom does not support my loom.
Are you right there, Todd? You're looking rather unwell.
I'm just on my tippy toes.
Yeah, if you didn't know any better, you'd say he's like stretching upwards and leaning forwards, and like he's trying to angle himself towards someone who's not there. Is this possession?
Are you okay?
My eyes roll up into my head, and I make a groaning noise before laughing and being like, no, I'm fine.
Oh. I do have some high heels if you'd like to loom.
How did you know that's what I was doing? I was standing tall and proud.
It looks like the first time you've done it.
The house creaks.
Anyway, shall we?
God's fucking
I
fired.
don't say.
I am going to be the first one to go in. I'm going to try and be the first one to go in.
I think you were
Right.
busy looming. It seemed like Agatha probably had the head start on you there.
Nah, I need to stop out front and get like a selfie with the house in the background. Just,
Okay. In that case, I
Yeah, you
stand
got to
corrected.
do a setup framing shot.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't just start the fucking live stream in the house. You've got to reintroduce it now that it's dark, because it's suddenly a different house.
I'm going to be real
Exactly.
honest here, folks. I've never seen a toctic, and I don't understand how Instagram is different from Facebook.
That's because you're from the 18th century.
Whoa. I told you that in confidence.
At least you didn't call it Tokgram or Tickbook. Or,
No,
or
it's
you're not my mother.
It's
I
just-
have a tick book. It's full of ticks.
It's terrifying. So,
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Tell me about it.
I'm so sorry, John. If you need somewhere to stay, Stockholm is always open to you. So, but don't stay at
Yeah.
Katya's. That's also full of ticks, I assume. So,
Just your house specifically, or all of Stockholm?
I can probably find other places for you.
Well,
Good to know.
So, the four of you, one after another, head into the house. First, Todd Jones. Then, trailing after him, Elizabeth. Then, after that, looking as disinterested as usual, Skye. And then, eventually, after her opening shots are done, thumbnails taken to perfection, Agatha. The house is as you left it. Dark. Darker, far darker than this morning, and without the pale sunlight filtering in from outside, the atmosphere seems altogether more cloying, more claustrophobic. The burnt boards, the shattered windows in many instances, feel somehow more sinister, as though the lack of the sun's warmth was literally leeching away your own heat and will to live.
Or my fucking life.
What do, folks?
I'll get my camera out, get the night vision filter setting. I don't know.
I think, if I recall correctly, you had like a series of exotic attachments for your iPhone 12.
Oh yeah,
not even iPhone 12. It was an iPhone 13, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a night you have a night vision attachment for your iPhone 13.
Wow.
Yeah. Marvels of technology.
You swing it up in front of your face, recording. See the darkened facial expressions of the rest of your party. Skye's more or less as it was when she was in the light. Elizabeth looking, presumably, a little bit scared, but also impetuous. And Todd strikes me as a gormless chap when he thinks no one's looking.
Todd is he's always just kind of got he's just got an intense look in his eyes, or he thinks it's intense. It really kind of looks more like he's a little constipated.
Yeah. That slight where is the nearest toilet calculation, but just looping over and over again as a facial expression.
Poo for the mind, but unfortunately it looks like he needs to poo.
Alright, folks, what are we doing?
Well, right here by the entrance was where we saw the most activity last time, right?
Indeed. None of you have any especially weird feelings now, not beyond the slight nervous awkwardness that comes from being in a dilapidated building after dark.
Strangers.
Oh yes, worse than strangers, with internet strangers.
The second worst kind of stranger.
But beyond axe murderer?
I was going to say people in your house who you don't know, and they're there, but you didn't hear them come in, and you didn't see them leave. They're just there. Yeah. That's the worst kind of stranger.
I said I was sorry.
I think to whatever closest here were those people. So,
and that's how I met your mother.
All right, should we split up? Maybe cover more ground.
They're not split up. I'd rather have someone with me. Thank you very much, Skye. Let's go together.
A cat quietly saunters in through the open door.
Hello, Barnabas. Barnabas!
Barnabas!
Yeah.
There we go. Barnabas quietly saunters in through the open door, her drool trailing across the floor.
I should pick her up again.
She looks up at you, eyes gently crossing.
Ah, beautiful.
I'm saying beauty is in the eye of the beholder. In this case, I don't think this cat can see that.
In this case, I think you should grow another 2 inches.
Meow.
That slight awkward pause carries over to the characters too, as apparently one of Todd's inner insecurities is exposed.
Got him.
Meow.
Okay.
Got him. Zoinks, cat lady.
I'm 2 inches taller than the average man height in the UK.
And so you bicker.
Man height.
Disgusting. Sorry, what was this Uruk-hai bullshit?
Man height!
So.
Oh, my stomach!
Bickering and discussing awkwardly. The conversation at the house goes on. Meanwhile, Eugene, you're alone in the cat sanctuary. What are we up to?
To start with, I'm going to snoop through all of Todd's equipment.
I've got a live stream going, so I will see.
He does indeed, however, to be fair, if anyone is good at spotting
he's
cameras...
not going to do it, and he's going to avoid being on the stream as much as possible.
Yeah, exactly. If everyone is good at spotting cameras, the live stream goes to his phone, I believe.
Yes.
It's not like Twitch.
still going to avoid it because he doesn't want it because, the government are still watching our phones.
Fair, I will take stealth dex.
How else are they going to know when they can change all the batteries in the birds?
Stealth dex diff 8, please, Eugene.
Oh boy.
To get in
Change
there
the
with
batteries in the birds?
Oh, wait, no,
birds are solar
You're
powered.
not near me, so you have no idea what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's a botch.
I think John said he wasn't going into my room.
I'm just going to roll with it.
Okay.
Okay. So, in that case, Todd, you've been quietly regretting coming to this house with these mean people who make fun of your height, which is above the UK average. And why do people always bring this up? In weird voices from a movie you haven't seen. When
the idea that Todd, a nerd, hasn't seen Lord of the Rings.
A little alarm blinks in your phone, making a very audible blip, a distinct blip, a blip you recognize well. The blip of the motion sensor entering your room going off, detecting a very concrete target.
I'm going to phone up. I'm going to phone up Eugene.
Okay.
You're not going to check the
Well,
feed first?
I'll
It's me.
Eugene, you have just successfully avoided the camera as near as you can tell. You're a damned pro at this. You and your 0 dots in stealth are 100% certain you were undetected getting into this room. You breathe a sigh of relief.
It's with or without the mobility scooter.
The mobility scooter is parked outside.
I think, yes, to be fair, the mobility...
The steed, the chariot!
If I was on the mobility scooter, it would be better.
You breathe a sigh of relief. And then jump all but out your skin. Ah, fuck it. Roll courage diff 6 for me. Let's see how you do.
Easy.
And then all but jump out of your skin, but just about hold your bottle. On your one success there. As your phone immediately goes off. Someone's calling you.
I'll answer it. What do you want?
Eugene, can you check to see if one of the cats has gone into my room?
Yeah, one of them was going in there. I saw it go in, so I thought I'd pull it back out to try and save your equipment.
Much appreciated.
Very welcome. Do you want me to just stay in here and keep an eye on it?
No, that's fine. I am aware you have an aversion to cameras. Just shut the door and I'll...
Appreciate it, thank you.
And it's fine.
And I will do as asked.
You quietly shut the door. The room feels cold. Oddly cold.
So I have...
Room at the house? At the sanctuary?
Yes.
So I did make a note that I had my camera, EVP recorder, EMF meter, and full spectrum lights pointed directly at the horse.
Yep.
So I don't even detect temperature, but I do have...
I don't think any of those detect temperature, but as I recall, you also had a backup camera pointed at the computer that was running your first camera.
Yes, I do.
So, sorry?
I know you were going to say.
Well, I suppose let's be fair first. Do you have any other security measures that either you or I have left out?
No, nothing. I said I have like double redundant backups happening and that sort of stuff. But I guess I wouldn't know if it's getting colder in there. So fair enough. I actually then do not have an alarm for that or any sort of stream of detail.
Okay. What are we doing in that case, Eugene?
I will call back immediately. Hey, Todd.
Hello, Eugene. How's it going?
As I was leaving, I noticed that the room was getting really, really cold. That's not your gear doing that, right?
No. If anything, it should be making the room much warmer.
Do you want to check with Liz and see if she's got some really weird heat settings on her thermostat or whatever?
Yeah, I'll keep you on the phone as I go up to Liz, and I Liz, do you have any sort of heat source or anything that can make my room feel colder?
Well, let's take a look at your resources, shall we, Sophie? Resources 1, that is not a well-insulated house.
It is, no. It is not.
No air conditioning or anything that just kicks in?
No, I bought this house when it was in a shambles, and I've done it up myself, but we don't really have things like aircon.
So you can't think of any reason why a room would just suddenly get colder with all the windows shut?
Not really, no. I mean, it is terribly insulated, so it does get rather chilly. I do tend to sleep with socks on, but not suddenly.
Interesting. I turn to the party in the house. Guys, I'm going to pop back to the house. I shall be back here maybe shortly, and I just want to check a few things.
Skye kind of shrugs and says, your funeral, I guess.
Yeah.
A little voice whispers in your ear, Skye. Killed him.
I thank Eugene for pointing it out, and I'll tell him I'll be back over in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Skye's gonna call out just to be
Skye?
Skye, yeah. Don't get possessed on your way back.
I'll try not to. Thank you for your concern. It's appreciated.
And she's gonna kind of stare pointedly at her ancestor.
Or the space where you think it is, to be fair. But yes, carry on.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say, are you just going to sit there and make me guilt everybody, or are you going to contribute something useful, Grandma?
Kill them.
Nothing useful. Okay.
Your grandmother was a mean old biddy.
Nikki, in real life, hears a voice in her ear. Kill him. Cool. So, speedily then, Eugene in the house. As you hang up the phone, or at least as the phone is hung up on you, you can see a slight crystallized breath in front of you. Your own, you think.
You hope.
Does the whole house feel cold?
You haven't been
Or
out
is
of
it
the
just
room
the room?
yet. You're still in this room.
Okay, I'm leaving the room.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave the equipment because it's all done as far as I know what it's supposed to do, and I ain't touching any of it, and I am just going to leave.
Okay. Cool. You leave the room, setting off the motion sensor again, and shut the door. A brief text exchange is enough to confirm that it was just you leaving the room. Almost the second you're out of it, you hear a crash from inside. What do? You have a split second to react.
I will turn around and start to head back in, and as I'm doing so, send a text saying something just crashed, heading back in.
You've got about halfway through the word something when you open the door, and on the inside you can see a laptop that's been shattered against the nearby wall, hurled with a fair amount of force. How many dots in technology do you have?
Oh shit. I don't actually have... Oh yeah, I've got... Is that what computer is?
They're separate, but I guess computer would apply here.
3.
3. Yeah, okay. In that case, I think from your brief moment in the room, you're able to pretty much see what was going on with the camcorder setup. So the laptop, which has been hurled with incredible force against the wall, was the backup laptop. The one pointing at the Prime setup and recording it.
How is the Prime setup looking?
Currently, it's looking fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna call Todd again. Immediately.
Todd, you've made it not further than half a street before your phone rings again.
I immediately pick up.
So, as I closed the door, left the room, I heard a big old crash, went back in, and something seems to have hurled the backup laptop at the wall. The main one is still there, and seems to be fine and doing what it's supposed to, but the backup laptop is looking pretty messed up.
For what it's worth, I don't think I actually had a backup laptop. I had a backup camera that was recording directly to it.
Backup camera in that case, my bad.
Yeah. Oh no, that's... How much force? Is it embedded in the wall, or is it shattered, or... I mean, I understand if you don't want to go in for a look.
Oh, it's shattered.
Yeah, it's just shattered against the wall and lying on the floor. It's not embedded in it.
It looks like someone spiked it into concrete.
Incredible.
I relay exactly that.
Incredible. Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start legging it, I think.
Okay. Rushing on back. Meanwhile, at Jacob's place, with the 3 remaining members of the party over there, what are we doing?
Did we split up or not?
I think you would have split up by this point. Elizabeth was begging you not to. Skye was arguing with her grandmother. And you were furiously ignoring people's wishes in order to get more phone fuel.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna head I don't know, pick a random direction, see if I can get some response from the ghost. All the classical phrases. Is anyone there? Give us a sign. Are you a boy or a girl? How did you die?
You begin sweeping through room after room, working your way through the downstairs rooms, then the first floor. Then you hear a slight creak from the attic above, and then another, audibly quite close to it, and then a third, almost as though something was walking on the floorboards above.
Did I see the others head upstairs or anything like that?
Well, let's check in with them. What have Elizabeth and Skye been doing?
Well, I've been staying with Skye because I do not want to be on my own. And I'm just holding my cat, I think, and seeing where she'd like to go.
The
Skye's
cats.
going to try and find, one of the quieter rooms or rooms out of the way. And she's going to be contacting her ancestor properly. Or try and contact her ancestor properly to get any kind of info on the house.
Yeah,
Insights, info, whatever she can.
I should probably open up a core rule book of some kind, shouldn't I? Oh god, I forgot how not poorly, but how elaborate the Wraith core rulebook is.
What? It's perfectly concise, I'll have you know.
It's the only rulebook where I've ever gone, you know what? Maybe it's a bit long. Maybe they could have cut it down slightly.
You have never
Whoa,
been smacked
that must
with a
be long
mage.
for you.
It is a long boy.
Long lad.
That's what I'm going to be saying when I see you in 2 weeks, Sophie.
Well,
Yeah, when I show you my new skink. Yeah!
Assuming he's here by then.
And then I show you.
skink.
I'm getting a new skink. Genuinely. I know Oliver's laughing, but I am.
I mean, I gathered you were. I can believe you would be getting a skink.
Will
I'm
there
so
be
excited.
pictures?
Of course there will be pictures.
Yes.
I'll need help with naming, because they're hard to sex. Very hard to sex.
I mean,
That's
Don't
never
Don't you
stopped
fucking
before.
dare, Ollie!
that's a reference for how big the book is, by the way.
For that.
Beautiful Wraith. It's 2 pages shy of 600. It's a chonky boy.
That's thick with 3 C's.
For just one thing.
It's just the core rulebook as well. I love Wraith. I really do.
That impression has a lot of rules if you want to shot it.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
I mean, Wraith is mental health the game. Shotting it is slightly more advanced. That's if you have rich person money. The smart play is because you have to pick emotions that are how you feed, right? So imagine if you're playing a vampire who could only feed off depression. That's similar to how Wraith works. As I recall, the last time we played with Katya, she did really well out of getting away with confusion being one of her emotions.
Yeah.
And feeding off of her own confusion and the confusion of others turned out to be a really good source of power. But in the right campaign, depression will do you just as well.
Yeah. Arguably better, to be honest.
I mean, negative emotions have a bitter taste to them, supposedly. But they're also much easier to get. So, where did we leave off? Yes, so I believe Elizabeth Fortune was kind of like hanging around Skye, and Skye was, it sounds like, somewhat trying to lose Elizabeth so that she could have a conversation with her grandma.
Lose Elizabeth. Just go somewhere without, I guess, too many distractions, like not outside noises or anywhere that's too cold or too hot or,
The
stuff
whole
like that.
house is extremely cold. And in terms of outside noises, there's nothing. The night and the small city are almost unearthly quiet. The only noises you can hear are Elizabeth's wheezing, and slightly louder than that, Beatrice's wheezing.
It's real.
He reacts to anything?
Beatrice.
Yes.
Beatrice is mostly happy to be out of the house.
Oh, that's nice. I'm pleased for her.
She seems to be having a good time. There's lots of things happening, but she's, picked up off the ground, so that's good.
Mood. Huge vibes. Alright. Where would you like to go, Skye?
You can hear from above the sounds of Agatha narrating video after video.
Well, Agatha seems okay.
Go somewhere where I can't hear. That'd be good.
Okay, well, just lead the way. And
You decide to try the front foreroom, hoping that will be relatively well insulated as Agatha makes her way through the larger and spookier rooms upstairs, loudly and somewhat obnoxiously, adding to her follower count, minute by minute.
she does seem rather popular.
Skye doesn't like the popular kids. I assume.
Well, apparently I wasn't popular when I was young either, so...
Almost sounds like the inverse. Sounds like you were... Oh no, I suppose Nerdy Girl was the impression I was getting from the shopkeep.
Yeah. But acne. Doesn't remember me.
I mean, to be fair, name me a teenager without acne. They are few and far between.
True that.
So, Skye sits down in the front foreroom of 22 Jacob's Place. Closes her eyes and exhales, leaving a slightly awkward Elizabeth gently holding Lady Beatrice in the corner. As Beatrice purrs, not furiously, but casually, and nuzzles deeper into Elizabeth's neck. Don't know why I had my sinister voice on for a cat nuzzling, but, there we go.
Very sinister thing.
She's looking for the veins!
The cat nuzzled deeper, seeking a source of warmth, love, and affection. Truly the worst of animals, as it burrowed, seeking flesh.
Drool all over.
Drooling furiously, the cat purred with sinister intent.
It's like the world's worst creepypasta.
Yes, look out for my new signature brand of cutesy horror audiobooks coming out.
I would buy those.
This October.
100%.
Absolutely.
I don't think I have a good audiobook voice. The room seems to grow perhaps 1, 2, 3, no 4, 5 degrees colder. You can feel your grandmother's spirit flowing all around you, Skye. In fact, even Elizabeth fancies she can almost see it.
Oh my.
She hovers, quiet, like a chilled breath frozen in time. You don't call enough.
Skye rolls her eyes as hard as she can. Says, Grandma.
Must you wear such clothing in public?
Grandma, stop. I'm not here about the clothes.
What do all of your friends Let's think.
Can I hear her?
That's a good question. I will take... I'm going to call it perception awareness difficult... Sorry, there are some very angry dogs outside my window. I will take perception awareness diff 9, please, Sophie.
Oh, Lord. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That is a simple failure. No, you can't hear anything other than obviously Skye and Lady Beatrice, but you do feel a vague sense of disdain, as though you turned up for a job interview and they sighed the moment you entered the room.
Oh, like every other job interview I've done.
Permeating the room.
This is like when I go and visit my father on Christmas.
Skye's grandmother continues in her ear. Why can't you be more like the nice young lady with the cat?
Oh, Grandma.
You've talked to your grandmother before, and if not given clear and concise questioning, she will continue on with this for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of ignore any more questions or any more comments that she makes, and just kind of put up a hand and say, "Grandma, that's not why I'm here. Is there anything in this house?"
You are literally sat in it.
Anything unearthly, Grandma. You know, a ghost, like you.
And you inherited your mother's sass.
Yeah, I did. Thanks for noticing.
There is someone upstairs.
Katya, what's your character's name again?
Agatha?
Agatha, thank you. Jesus. Guy looks skeptical and says, "What, you mean Agatha?"
Someone less annoying. What is Toctic?
That's the ghost of Ewan floating around.
Oh god, Ewan's my grandma.
Oh.
You come back and just see hair dye all over the bathroom.
The ghost of hair colours past.
Strange items of food in the fridge have been just devoured.
Look, cheese and pickled herring is a time-honoured sandwich tradition.
Oh.
An entire large block of cheese between two pieces of bread inside the fridge.
You're just jealous of cheese sandwich. I'm going to make millions.
It'll be a packet of sardines and then an entire pot of curry sauce.
Joke's on you. They don't sell curry sauce in Sweden.
They do if you know where to look.
They do.
No, it's not the same.
Than the bread, then it's not a sandwich anymore. It's just, breadcrumb cheese.
Oh.
I actually make my own curry sauce anyway. So,
Eh.
I like curry. Sue me.
Shocker.
You like sauce?
Do you not? Do you see Heinz and gag?
It's like ketchup.
So, where are we at, Mickey? Oh, actually, you know what? That's probably a good point to change over, isn't it? Agatha Gray.
Yeah.
You can hear they're doing some boring dumb shit downstairs, and there's board creaking upstairs.
Yeah, board creaking, clearly the more exciting stuff. So, I'm going to turn the camera on myself. And, I hear someone walking upstairs. I'm going to go check it out. Turn and head for the stairs. Making a dramatic ascent up the shifty staircase.
Perception alertness, diff 4, please.
Oh boy.
That's 2 successes. Oh wait, no, that's Elizabeth.
Yeah.
That's more than 2 successes. That's 4 successes. You continue to narrate as you walk, intrepidly, tentatively, heading towards the stairwell, and then up the stairs. But your ears are quite keen and can't help but pick up that the creaking continues, albeit very lightly, seeming to head across the floor into the corridor and thence your way.
Anyone there? Hello?
You can't see anything.
I'll head towards the steps.
You proceed quietly from the top of the stairwell.
I mean,
Down.
I am gonna call out to the ghost.
Down the corridor, calling out the whole way. You can't hear the creaking anymore. It seems like it's stopped. Then suddenly
Hello?
your phone fizzes, pops, and dies.
Oh no! That's my whole life in there.
You're overcome by a sense of despair. Rolling despair. And with that, something flickers in front of you.
What, flickers how?
Into and out of sight. Staying in one place, one moment there, one moment not. I will take a courage check, please. Difficulty 6.
Oh boy.
That's a botch.
That's a botch.
That's a lot of ones.
Ooh.
Your lucky botches do not stack. It takes a moment to register what you're seeing when the flickering becomes a little bit more, not permanent, but fast enough that you can get some level of vision of what you're looking at. A tiny, see-through hand reaching out to you, backed by a furry, fuzzy, indistinct figure. Shorter than you, reaching out to touch you.
Oh shit. Yeah, nope.
And, on a botch, I believe you have engaged the fog. What is your willpower rating?
6.
6. Cool.
Weirdly, this is 7.
Alright. That's a botch, so I'm just going to give you a D6 and we'll see. I don't think you've got conciliatory. I will give you a D5. Nah, we'll be fair. A D6, please, Katya. I know this isn't how this works, but we're just going to roll with it. 3. Disbelief.
Oh no.
The mortal is in utter denial, believing this to be some sort of trick or special effect, or even a reality television show playing a prank. Attempting to convince them otherwise just increases the fervour of their denials, possibly to the point of violence. The hand reaches out to touch you. It sinks into your fingertips, passing through them, icy cold, and you've just never seen a hologram this lifelike. What manner of show could be broadcasting this? Who is setting you up? What monster thought you would be their new comedy content?
I know I shouldn't have posted about going here. I'm famous. People are obviously gonna come and screw with me.
Sabotaged by your enemies.
Yeah. Alright. Nice fucking prank. You got me, okay? Screwing with my phone was not okay though. You can come out now.
The hand continues to stretch through yours.
The ghost is like, I'm gay.
The hand continues to stretch through yours. Everyone quietly loses some respect for Todd, and they don't really know why, but...
That was a prime dad joke.
Your arm feels colder and colder, your blood runs frosty. A distinct numbness starts to spread from your fingertips down to your wrist, up to your elbow, and thence into your chest cavity. It continues to reach forwards until the hologram's fingers are...
This isn't funny, okay? I'm leaving.
Plunging through your chest. You start to leave, but the hologram keeps up with you. Its face starts to take shape, going from a fuzzy, indistinct plate to something significantly more formed, yet still only half there. Half made, half unmade. It screams wordlessly. The hole where its mouth should be, flapping, tossing, turning, roiling from side to side, rotating like a poorly animated model. It jerks this way and that, and then an almighty piercing scream emits from the very top of the house. And at that moment, Skye, Harper, and Elizabeth Fortune downstairs, just as they are finishing asking their questions, hear the scream. Meanwhile, Todd Jones. I believe you were legging it back to Jacob's place. What are we doing?
I was indeed. I will make my way back to Jacob's place.
Yeah, it's just 2 streets over, so especially after that second phone call there, you are legging it and you're back inside of a minute. You slam the unlocked door open and hurtle upstairs.
Yeah, taking it 2 at a time. I presume I see Eugene there, sort of just looking outside the door. I don't know where Eugene is.
I think he went inside, but I will just speedily, Ollie, please, take athletics over dexterity, please. Difficulty 6.
Just 6. Huh? 2 successes.
2 successes, yeah, taking those steps 2 at a time, and there is a cat every 3rd step. The fact that you harm not a single hair on any of the many moggies in your way is honestly incredibly impressive. They should have been flying this way and that.
Todd reminds the time for cat hunting is later.
You what, mate?
Burst through the open door to see your laptop utterly shattered, and Eugene in there looking... Eugene, what have you been doing? It's been a bare minute or so.
It's the camera that shattered, not the laptop.
Sorry,
wow, just a minute or so?
Yeah, it's only 2 streets, and he really legged it after that second, hurried phone call.
Watching the other equipment cautiously from a distance.
Okay, I am going to immediately look at my laptop and see if I'm getting any interesting data.
What have you got rigged up? It's an EMF reader and...
So EMF, EVP, and a camera.
Katia, EVP reader, what's that do?
It measures changes in magnetic field, which will typically get close to any type of electrical equipment, magnets, yes, general shifts in the Earth's magnetic field. But wait, did you say EVP or
EVP.
Oh, EVP. It's just a voice recorder.
Fair. Okay, I was going to say that sounded similar to an EMF.
Yeah. No, sorry.
No, that's fair.
No, it's just a voice recorder. Typically, you record and then you play it back to listen to it, because you're listening to things that fall outside the human hearing range. So, but while recorded, it might be given back in something you can hear.
Okay.
It's basically just like interference with a voice recording that sounds like something is talking.
So in that case, there's a number of weird readings as you rush over wordlessly to your laptop that you can see. You're not doing detailed analysis, but you're just quickly passing over the recordings, passing over the, I suppose, sealed, sorted, recorded again, sadly, EMF data. There's nothing colossally untoward. There is some definite spikes, things that could very well have been Eugene entering the room, the camera being smashed, the secondary camera being smashed. But there's also fuzzy data around that. It might be background radiation, but it also might not. Or contamination.
I'm going to turn to the camera that's been smashed. Is there any way, so I have craft electronics, is there any way I can maybe like, you know, the SD card might still be functional, so I'm just going to see if I can take the SD card out and plug it into my computer.
The SD card is indeed still functional. You plug it in.
Yeah, I'm going to sort of rewind to a minute just before it got flung out, and scrub through it, and then sort of narrow down the position just before, and then go through it frame by frame real quick to see if I can see anything.
Second by second, frame by frame. Okay, yeah, I will take tech over intelligence, please. Tech over perception, actually, to be fair, right?
I don't have technology.
Computer counts.
Computer, okay, cool, yeah.
You can have a +1 pool mod for assistance from Eugene.
Cool, I also get a +1 to all technology
That's
rolls.
fair.
So +2 then?
Yes.
So 5. What was it? Over intelligence?
Over perception, sorry.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so it's 5. And what's the difficulty? 7?
Yes. That's it. Ah,
2 successes.
it's a big boy pool mod right there.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes. You've been at this for just a couple of minutes, but this isn't your first time poring over footage, and though every previous time it's been fruitless, or sometimes worse than fruitless when people have seen and mocked you, this time, you and Eugene both see it at the exact moment. There. Just a frame or two before the camera starts flying through the air. What looks like the hazy, indistinct imprint of a thin finger. Perhaps the final cuticle or so?
Interesting.
Whacking around, sort of whacked into the camera's lens, as though something was pushing at it.
Cool,
And,
I'd take
simply mistimed things. As you take a screenshot, you hear a meow from behind you. Do you have any animal chem?
I do not know.
Eugene, do you have any animal chem?
No.
There is a fierce, loud meowing from behind you. And then a cat flies in through the door, awkwardly. Eugene, I will take perception alertness, difficulty 7, please. Okay, 3 successes. You saw that cat fly in, Eugene. You are positive that cat flew in spine first, backwards. It lands right on the back of Todd's head. And, though he may be the fierce Gersberm69 on Reddit, in real life, he's just a very geeky man, 2 inches over average height, with an angry cat attached and clawing to the back of his skull.
Wait, didn't the cat fly in spine first?
It did the cat thing and righted itself, or started to right itself, mid-throw.
Fair.
So it was getting ready to land on the floor, and just happened to impact claws first on the head of Todd. Not back of the head. Todd, what do? You have an angry cat clawing the shit out of you.
I would like to start screaming a little bit at the unexpected clawy cloud that has landed on my head. And, I don't have much in the way of physical talents.
You know what? That's fair. Let's take a courage test, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
We'll call it Courage Diff 5.
Cool. I'm going to spend a willpower point as well.
Alright, that's the thing.
Can I not
Cowardice. No, you can spend a willpower point on courage.
Nice. Okay, so 4d10. Diff 5, right?
Yep.
Yep. 1 success. Sorry, 4 successes.
No, 3. One of your successes there is still cancelled out by the botch. So only the willpower that can't be cancelled out.
Yes. I forget that this 3 successes doesn't cancel it. Yeah. So, 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, you reasonably hold your cool. You don't run out of the room screaming with a cat on the back of your head.
I make a very manly yell and shout something about 2 inches over average, then try and throw the cat off my head.
Really wish I hadn't given you that line. Cool, let me just look up the stats for a cat real quick.
I'm a big, strong man.
Cats are terrifying. Just FYI.
I mean, mechanically, they're fully capable of murdering an adult human.
Yep.
I mean, in real life, they're fully capable of murdering an adult human. You never seen a cat walk up to you with a knife?
They've got knives for toes. They don't need, like, an actual knife.
That's the worst part. They know. They do it anyway. You've clearly not lived in London very long anyway.
Well, I was going to say, we've both lived in London. I lived in London before you did, motherfucker. Cool, I will take...
I'm not afraid of something that's got knives for toes. I grew up with knives strapped on my feet.
Your shoes are a lot more hardcore than mine. I will take strength brawl, please, Ollie, and I'm also going to roll for that. Actually, who wants to roll for the cat?
Can I do it over dexterity?
I feel like Soph should roll for the cat because it's her cat.
Yeah.
If you're going to roll dexterity, Ollie, then the cat will also roll dexterity, and the cat has more dexterity than strength.
Okay.
And also, those gnarly shoes are generally called ice skates.
Didn't know you were an ice skater, John.
Yeah, I grew up playing hockey.
That'd be strength, but I haven't got brawl.
Fair.
I got firearms. I think I had a convenient trebuchet of some kind. I could load it into. I suppose.
Okay, well, in that case, that'll be strength brawl or dex brawl at your discretion. Diff, we'll call it Diff 6, standard combat roll. Which one are you doing, strength or dex?
Strength. I'm also going to spend a willpower point.
Okay. In that case, Sophie, I will take a net of 3d10, please.
1 success.
He was just getting something out of the fridge.
That's fair.
Should be right there.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, Sophie.
I wanted an ice cream. I do apologise.
Oh, that's alright. Can I have 3d10, please? You're rolling on behalf of one of your cats that's currently attacking Ollie.
Get 'em, boys!
Unfortunately, that would have been a draw, but Ollie spent a willpower, something that the cat doesn't have. I don't think a cat has willpower. Oh, the cat actually has 3 willpower.
Oh my god, yeah, I'd like to spend a willpower point.
Too late.
It was too late, I'm afraid. You can't do that after the roll.
Only because you didn't know that the cat had it, though.
That's true, I didn't. Looks like 3 is the standard for animals. A camel has 3 willpower. That's incredibly specific.
Camels are dicks, and they're stubborn dicks, so...
This is the wrong way around. A large horse has a willpower of 4, but a pony only has a willpower of 2.
That is wrong.
Yeah, ponies are hardier.
Ponies will have a willpower of like 800.
Exactly, right? Like, the fucking... what's it called?
They want on their terms.
Yeah. Like, the Mongols rode ponies, they didn't ride fucking stallions.
No, because ponies are shit.
Oh, and they've also... It's small horse generally, right? So they've put pony and foal under the same thing. That is a disservice.
Oh. They probably think pony is a foal.
That's... Sorry, I've never heard you go full horse girl, Sophie.
Clearly these nerds have never ridden horses or ponies.
It's a feature of myself I try not to reveal.
It was great at the weekend when we had our Halloween D&D one-shot and she was playing a centaur who was afraid of basically everything.
It's the exact...
It was based off my real horse called Stanley, who was afraid of things like crisp packets and umbrellas and washing up lines and
What was the name of
anything.
You have
His
a
own
horse?
shadow.
To be fair.
Yeah, when I was younger.
Oh yeah, Sophie's
Oh my
really
God.
posh.
No, I'm not!
God.
Sorry, just hearing Nikki's spiteful laugh in the background. Beautiful.
No!
So, I make that out to be a net of 1 success in favour of the fully grown adult human.
Well done.
Skin in my teeth.
You haul the cat off the back of your head and reflexively sort of fling it into the corner of the room with a meow.
Yes, I meow at it.
Why is Ollie meowing?
Know your place, bitch.
It's more like the cat meows.
I meow back, not knowing what to do in this situation.
Going to establish dominance. The cat hisses and runs out the room.
You just
Usually,
look a little bit confused at why you're hissing. Are you alright?
I think the ghost is throwing cats. It's a
Yeah.
catapult.
There's a sudden noise from downstairs. A large crash.
Maybe we should tell Elizabeth her house is being attacked. Also, I told you stealing that horse was a bad idea.
We don't know it was the horse, though I really hope it was the horse.
It was 100% the horse. What else could it possibly have been?
There is
On the
another
what?
large crash downstairs.
I phone up Liz.
I go downstairs to investigate. Cautiously, slowly, being very careful on my way down.
Oh no, I jump over the railing. The banister, I'm fully leaping over I've got the thrill seeker.
Hell, you fuck!
Elizabeth, you've just heard an ear-piercing scream from upstairs. a strange, unearthly scream that sounded absolutely nothing like Agatha Gray. When your presumably all too cheery mobile phone alarm tune goes off.
It's 100% like cat meows as the ringtone.
I mean, there's
recorded all. The only tech thing that she's got really into is she's recorded all of her cats meowing at various times and then built a compilation of it for her ringtone.
I'm just going to put it out there. There's only one thing that I can see Elizabeth Fortune using as a ringtone, considering her approximate age.
Nyancat?
Nyancat.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
So, seconds after the ear-splitting supernatural scream, Nyancat begins going off at full volume, utterly shattering Skye's concentration.
Oh god!
And link to her antecessor. What do Elizabeth?
I'm sorry, Skye. I'll get this.
I was just
Hello?
there kind of blinking the fog away and staring at Elizabeth with kind of very wide, confused eyes.
Yeah, you feel like a deep spiritual coldness, and overlaying that, an all-consuming confusion. As
Hello?
you answer the phone, Elizabeth, the first thing you hear is a whoop, and then like a loud crash. It sounds like Todd, but unless he just jumped over a fucking stairwell and landed at the very bottom of it, completely flopping it.
Can I get a willpower point for that? Because I have the thrill-seeker nature.
You absolutely can, yes.
Yay.
What, is that you?
Yes, there's been an incident at your house.
At the word incident, another large crash. This time it sounds like something went flying through a large glass pane.
Something it's wrecking your house.
Todd, I have literally just met you, but I will kill you if you are wrecking my house.
I'm not. There's something here that is, though.
You hear a sound from the other end of the phone.
Shit. Sorry.
This is Barnaby, we better be off. Todd! Don't destroy anything!
I'm not destroying...
And help the cats!
I'm trying to help. I don't know what's being broken.
I'll be right there.
Come quick. Whoa. Come quick.
You can
Skye,
hear
I have
a
to
number
go.
of rhythmic thuds, like something's whacking into the walls.
Oh god. Skye, I have to go right now. Something terrible is happening at the sanctuary.
Skye with after images of audible after images, or I guess after sound effects of Nyancat echoing through the back of her skull, through the back of her very soul.
Yeah, I run towards wherever the source of the crushing is, I suppose.
As you get downstairs, there's a scene of devastation. The TV has been slammed onto the floor. What looks like a chair has been thrown through a nearby window pane. A cat tower has been wrenched from the wall, and then thrown against another wall. And the cats who are still down here are either running around in blind terror, evacuating as quickly as possible, or in many instances backed into corners, hissing and snarling.
Wait,
Several of them are thrown towards your face.
I'm trying to catch them and put them down gently. Yeah. When we say evacuating, do you mean leaving the house or their bounds?
I mean, there is a significant queue for the cat flaps. Behind you, Eugene using you as a human shield.
I yell out into the room, "Apparition, show yourself!" Eugene, record this!
Okay, give me a camera.
Go upstairs, my room, in the box, there'll be one. Quick!
Okay.
I have my phone out, I can start recording as well, I suppose.
I will cautiously, still, go upstairs and retrieve a camera from the box.
I'm recording with my phone. Got it in both hands, just in case this motherfucker tries to slap it out my hands.
I will take a strength athletics difficulty 7, please, Ollie.
Okay, so another roll of 1, so I'm going to spend a willpower on that.
Fucking
Turns out I've never been to the gym.
Gonna have to do an opposed, aren't I?
Difficulty 7, willpower spent. Can I spend multiple willpower or is it just the one?
Just the one.
Yep, one success.
You're a very jammy man, Ollie, he said, staring mournfully at his GM role. You feel an all-consuming force wrench at the phone in your hands, your arms flying this way and that. You are desperately screaming for Eugene to get back down here and record your arms being jerked around as something tries to slap the phone from your hands quite furiously, and you are filled with an overwhelming gladness that you really focused on keeping a hold of this thing whilst you still had a chance to.
He's also incredibly glad that ghosts are real. This isn't a Ouija board. I'm really being thrown around by something invisible here. I would like to taunt the ghost.
Okay. How?
I tell it, not today, motherfucker. Continue filming. And I tell it, once again, show yourself. Face me like a real ghost.
Okay. Dex Athletics Diff 6, please.
Okay, this is just spend enough willpower. What did you say? The
Dex Athletics Diff 6.
Diff 6. Cool. Okay, no willpower spent. Can I get back a willpower for having taunted a ghost?
I don't think so. Mostly because I don't think it was a very good taunt.
Yeah, that's fair. It wasn't. But also, I'm not very good at coming up taunt from off the bat.
And
two successes.
That is a success. So as you're taunting the ghost, you have just enough time to register a flurry of movement in the corner of your vision, and then rapidly duck, all but falling backwards, arse backwards onto the floor, as the Nietzsche board is sent hurtling towards where your face was a second ago, before embedding itself. Sorry?
Didn't we bring that?
No,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I guess I didn't.
Okay, sorry, not the Nietzsche board. All right, in that case, a different thing.
Is
Before the aggressively stale remnants of someone's fish and chips are sent hurling at your face,
Yeah,
like so much frag residue. A single, particularly deeply fried chip embeds itself in the plaster of the wall.
I shout into the room. You can't hurt me with that. That is delicious. Show yourself.
You had a courage check so far tonight, Ollie?
Yeah, I have. I've had one so far.
When did you take your courage check?
I would have been the equivalent of about 3 minutes ago, when the cat got thrown at my head in the room. I'm riding off the high of that.
Alright, okay. Fucking cat. Meanwhile, upstairs, Eugene.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
Cautiously going up the stairs and trying to grab the camera that I was told to get and bring it back downstairs.
Yeah, I said go to the crate and grab a camera.
Okay. That was an incredibly large crate. As we described it, it was slightly taller than Elizabeth.
It might be a little...
also being haphazardly unpacked. As you look at it, you are filled with an almost overwhelming terror at exactly how many cameras might be in it, and which ones may or may not be on, and may or may not already be pointed at you. What do, Eugene?
I will lift my shirt up so it covers the bottom half of my face, and then rummage through and try and find a camera.
Okay. I will take... Perception investigation, please. Difficulty 7. It should probably be diff 6, but I'm tacking an extra one on for it being under duress.
That seems fair.
Time pressure, rather, I suppose, rather than duress.
Yeah, that's a success.
Yeah, a single success. Takes you 10, 20, 30 seconds to find a camera in here that you recognise and are pretty confident you can turn on, and begin heading downstairs. You can hear what sounds like Todd swapping really shit-tier B-list banter with an unspeaking spirit, a government spy, intent on spreading your face and awareness and destroying your rights. What do, Eugene?
I will go into my suitcase and grab out my balaclava that I've just decided that I've brought.
I think it's probably
so that I can
fair.
hide my face.
Yeah.
So that I can put it on and hide my face. And I will bring the camera down to Todd and go, Todd, get some better insults.
The second
Not
you
offer
come
anything
downstairs,
up, and then just give him the camera. In fact, no, I'll turn it on and film as I'm getting through the door, but I won't be saying anything by this point.
almost the second you open up speaking once you arrive downstairs. So with just a few seconds of footage behind you, the pandemonium stops. Todd, you feel the pressure on the phone ease up entirely. Cats stop flying, though they don't stop hissing. And though the wreckage is still there, the whirling ceases.
I pause. And okay, so I have perception hearing as my specialty. I would like to hear real good. You know, I want to hear for the slightest disturbances.
Listen. The word is listen.
Hear real good.
Okay.
John, you can have a willpower.
Thank you.
Thank you on behalf of everyone everywhere.
I want to
I like that you gave my character a willpower as I lost some IRL.
So, Ollie, sure, we will let you roll.
I want to hear real good. You understand what I mean?
Perception awareness. I'm going to let you roll this, but I'm going to call it a diff 10.
Okay, 5d10.
I believe in you. You can do this, Ollie.
He's still shaking his head.
I'm also going to spend another willpower.
Cowardice. I don't believe in you anymore. Fail, botch.
Do you even have any left?
I have 2 left.
What did you start with?
Yeah, 1 success. I started with 6.
Yeah, I was going to say only 6 or 7. He's recouped 1 and he's been spending it a lot, but he's also spending it on rolls where it makes a big difference. Net 1 success. You fancy you can hear something, an almost inaudible snippet, a slight tune playing. What is your musical taste, Ollie? Roll as Todd Jones, Gersberg 69.
He grew up around a lot of classical music from Ma and Papa in the large mansion where they didn't love him very much. But, ever since then, though, he's got, more general uni taste, I suppose, kind of pop music. He's not really massively experienced a lot of it before. He started getting into, the genres that are popular nowadays with the kids.
Okay, what did we make Nikki roll for this?
Roll up and you'll find it sooner or later. I do not remember.
Well, I'll find the roll. I won't find the fucking thing that I said verbally.
Yeah, that's true.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
Sounds like an issue, not an ish me.
Single pin.
That willpower point's going to get quickly taken away.
No, I don't think I can get Ollie to play World of Darkness if we establish a precedent that I can take bonus willpower points away. He'd just never have any willpower to do anything. Inveterate little beautiful haired troll doll that he is.
Aw, troll doll.
Am I wrong?
No, I just love the imagery.
Too kind.
Well, you've got a nice aesthetic. You dick. I will take...
That's how you really feel.
I guess we'll call it... performance?
Cha-cha.
Performance intelligence, please, Todd.
Cha-cha-cha.
Oh, what is this? Oh, yes, performance intelligence, sorry.
Difficulty 8.
Okay.
It's almost certainly not what I asked Nikki to roll. Why do you keep cha-cha-chaing? It's not the cha-cha. It's not the cha-cha slide.
Slide to the left.
I'm going to spend 1 more willpower for this.
Don't get me wrong, you could maybe make that work as a ghost. You could not make it work in a hunter's game to still really scare the shit out of people. Well, I know Jeepers Creepers worked, and that's a really upbeat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jeepers,
I spend a willpower.
Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those eyes? You say you spent a willpower, Ollie.
Yes. Which I believe supersedes the one.
It does indeed. You recognize from the brief identification much earlier in the day a slight snippet of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Cannibal. Though, to your mind, it would probably be, oh yeah, that's the song that Skye was singing earlier. Or saying was being sung around her.
Oh.
Meanwhile, back at 22 Jacob's Place... 22? 21. I've been saying 22 the whole night. 21 Jacob's Place. Yeah, you've been in the wrong house, folks. I'm so sorry.
Oh no!
Next door,
This
the
one's
other.
was it too?
Where the fuck did these cats come from then?
It's a very good... No, the house... God damn it. Yes, there are two cat sanctuaries.
Well, if we're in the wrong
next to-
house, then they're not the right cats either.
Two cat sanctuaries next to each other, and also two potentially haunted, burnt-out buildings next to each other. It's a very
I really
spooky
didn't think
island.
this through.
What an enormous coincidence.
And in the middle, it's just one giant graveyard.
This is why it isn't doing very well, and fucking Luigi's raking in the dollars.
The graveyard, which was itself built over an abandoned theme park, where 5 clowns died on their birthday.
Hooray!
Sounds like a national holiday, honestly.
Do you not like clowns, Sophie?
No.
Damn, I should have woven that into the plot. Did not know.
Who does?
One kicked my dog.
What? Wait, what?
Not really. I don't care about clowns at all.
Aw. So,
You'll never know what scares me.
I feel like I could probably ask John and he'd rat you out.
Literally
pretty
just
quickly.
walking up behind me and saying hello in a friendly manner, that'll do it.
I mean-
How dare.
I get spooked.
I miss
Honestly,
Mal.
easiest way to make Soph jump out of her skin. Just
Yeah,
walk in and say hello.
I get as spooked as Mal does. I've just never said it out loud.
I mean, I also get spooked that way, to be fair. I still have fucking Solitude Guard as my Slack profile picture at work. So, Agatha Gray.
Yeah.
You're in complete denial. Your whole body feels fuzzy and cold. The hologram is reaching into your chest cavity. What do? Where are we at? And if you didn't know better, you'd say you can hear Nyancat emanating up from downstairs.
Oh, that fucking tune is so catchy. Alright, I did botch a courage roll. Am I actually terrified at this point, or am I in complete just denial? of
You
that?
are in complete denial. So you are the sort of pissing, screaming, running away equivalent for denial.
Okay, I'm just gonna ignore the fucking hologram and step through it, I guess.
Telling yourself that it's fine, this is a show, this is a show, this is a show!
Yeah, except apparently the camera isn't rolling anymore.
Or your camera isn't. That scream piercing you down to your, not soul, there's no such thing as souls, no such thing as ghosts, everything's fine, this is a show.
Yeah. I'll just, yeah, no. Whoever's pranking me did a damn good job. I'd very much like for them to come out now, because, you know, they're really not fooling anyone at this point. They had their laughs. Come out, you know. I'll give them an applause they'd like.
Who will take a straight stamina roll, please? Difficulty 7.
You know.
You feel faint. On one success, you almost do faint, but you just about manage to hold on. Treading onwards down the corridor, down towards the room that you found the rocking horse in, determined to find the source of this crew, the source of the generated hologram, the people who are currently pranking you, who have the gall to try and sabotage your career as a self-described digital nomad. Brief check-in downstairs. Skye, Harper, I believe Elizabeth Fortune has... I've got your dogs wrong on the map this whole time. I believe Elizabeth Fortune has just run off, leaving you alone, and you heard that scream from upstairs, dialed back in pitch, but it's still ongoing. What are we doing? Nikki?
I'm still sort of kind of blinking my way back out into the real world, but the fact that there's a scream coming from somewhere that my grandmother just said somewhere else was, I'm gonna kind of race upstairs, trying to find the source of the voice.
Okay. You rush upstairs. The first thing you see is... Just move Elizabeth's dog. The first thing you see as you arrive up at the top of the stairwell, up into the attic, is Agatha marching on towards the window at the very end of the corridor, the one overlooking the front of the house, the one that Eugene claimed to have seen eyes staring out of. But before that, in front of that, reaching after Agatha, is a small, fuzzy, indistinct figure. A figure which turns to you slowly as you rush up the stairs. It's perhaps 2/3, half your height. Its features are fuzzy and distorted, textured like radio static, like an old television. Its body seems to move jerkily, strangulatedly, twisting and turning at different rates as it moves towards you. Its featureless face parts to reveal a single, gaping ovoid, a mouth that rolls and roils and screams, bouncing around its empty faceplate like an old 1990s screensaver. A single clawed digit reaches
That's
out
so
to you.
specific.
Yeah.
A single clawed digit reaches out to you. The building around you takes on a fey mien. It grows taller, darker, more decayed. Cobwebs seem to appear out of nowhere. The fire damage scores deeper and darker. At the end of the corridor, Agatha takes on a blazing white aura, which resolves fairly quickly into a combination of orange and light dancing green. The figure's features seem to swim to the surface for a bare moment, resolving into a human face for less than half a second, and then dissipating again. What do Skye? And indeed, what do Agatha?
I mean, I'm at this point still just looking for... do I notice her coming upstairs?
You will have heard it behind you, yeah.
Alright. I'll turn back, I guess. I can't believe it. Someone's screwing with us. Someone knew we were coming and has been tampering with this house since probably before we even got here.
From the serious look on Skye's face, she clearly believes that the obvious hologram in front of you is an actual ghost, and not just an affront to your dignity and professionalism.
You don't believe this crap is real, right? It's a hologram. I'll step forward and just kind of, reach through it.
I'm not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna stand there and stare at Agatha. Can I roll to see what the orange aura was around Agatha?
You can still see it, in fact. What occult do you have?
I don't have a specialty in it, but I do have occult.
I'd love it if I got told don't get possessed on my way home, and then
Person who told you got possessed.
Gets possessed.
I mean, to be fair, I am very susceptible to possession, so...
Perception occult, please, Nikki. Difficulty 9.
You're like the used sock of people in terms of possession.
What the fuck, man?
Perception occult.
Easy to slip on and off. A bit worn out around the edges. Ghosts can kind of just wear you whenever they want.
Okay, not what
Phrasing.
That's saying traditionally means, but nice save. That's a botch.
Come into that?
You
Would
are.
specialty come into that, Ewan?
It would actually, yes, in this instance.
Okay, so it's not a botch, then it's just a straight fail.
Not a botch, yeah. No, you've seen these colours sometimes when you're having particularly severe visions. Always around mortals, or at least almost always. No, always around mortals, yeah. But they're not common, at least not from your perception. Not from your experience. And then you feel something. Something affix itself to the base of your spine. Something not physical, something creeping through your bone marrow, stretching its limbs and tendons through your limbs and tendons. Your body begins to jerk. Your mind starts to recede. Your vision grows faint. Your smell dims. You can taste coppery blood and wet flesh in your mouth. I will take a willpower at difficulty 10, please, Nikki.
Difficulty 10, wow. Okay.
It's permanent willpower for the record.
Difficulty 10 is generally a pretty good idea to spend willpower on, just FYI.
Well, that is a simple failure.
Can you spend willpower on a willpower roll?
Oh, I don't think you can, actually. I suppose you could.
You can. I mean, it's your game, your rules, but as written, yeah, you can.
Fair. Well,
In that case, I win!
too late at this point. So, your consciousness recedes and recedes, and then winks out, like fading to sleep. Agatha, you're facing Skye, when suddenly she begins to hunch. Her body language rapidly shifts, and her hands twitch reflexively. If you didn't know any better, you'd say she was almost clutching at some
Fucking great. You're in on it?
well-held knitting.
This is the last time I work with amateurs from fucking Reddit.
Leave my granddaughter alone.
Okay, that is some fucking on-point acting. I will give you that. But,
The TV static hologram recoils. The Skye strides forwards.
I'm out. I just walk through the... walk on out.
Okay, I will take
this.
a Dex Athletics roll, please. Difficulty 6 from Agatha.
I like the idea of you just walking past the ghost, like, talk to the hand because the face don't want to know, and the ghost being so confused.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Ghost like, back in my day, children listened to their elders.
And their ghost elders.
That is a net 1 success. And Nikki, could I get the same from you? I will also be GM rolling something.
What roll did you want, sorry?
It was Dex Athletics, yeah. Oh, Dex Brawl for you, actually. As you go to walk past her, Skye jerks towards you and with almost inhuman speed and strength grabs you by the neck and pushes you up against the wall. And you haven't once complimented me on my sparkling wit. The youth of the day show no respect.
Hey, what now? This is assault.
Her hand clamps down tighter, tighter, tighter on your throat. I will have respect.
Can I get loose?
You start to wriggle. The spectre behind you advances on Skye, and almost reflectively, Skye's offhand backhands it, passing through it, and causing it to appear to dissipate. That'll be a strength brawl, please, Katya.
You feel like a fish.
I'm gonna spend a willpower on this.
Aj, de är så jävla äckligt.
Is that a dice pool of 1?
Yeah.
Fair. Well, that's 2 successes by my count. You wriggle and struggle, and eventually, Skye's eyes, narrowing, simply blink once. And then her grip grows slack, and you drop audibly to the floor and begin skittering away as quickly as you can. Skye, all of a sudden, Your consciousness zooms back in. You're aware, awake, groggy, confused. You're not where you were. And you can't place Agatha. Your hands up against the wall, and then you see Agatha looking up at you from the floor nearby. Sort of crab walking backwards towards a wall, getting away from you, eyes wide in fear, terror, anger, rage, upset, betrayal.
You're fucking mental.
I'm gonna look very confused
You
and
did this-
say, well, I kind of already knew that, but why am I mental?
A little voice plays at the side of your ear, plays into your ear. Guilt.
You attacked me?
Yeah, and I really hurt my fist because of it. That's how you get
It's more of an open-handed choke.
get RSL.
Skye's not gonna say anything in regards to that. She's just gonna look even more confused for several seconds.
I'm leaving.
Would she...
You're lucky I'm not calling the cops.
What was that, Nikki? As Agatha retreats down the stairs.
Would Skye, know what possession feels like? Like, would she know what blackout meant?
My impression is that you've maybe been possessed a few times before, but it's probably been generally quite subtle.
Yeah.
So I think you've... Maybe it's not that you don't know, but that you've been in quiet denial that that could happen and that you could lose that level of agency. Is at least my impression from your character so far.
That makes sense.
Fair.
Okay.
So you'd have in that case, I would assume, a cloying feeling as to what may have just happened, but probably don't want to confront it.
Yeah, she'll kind of put two and two together. And when she does, she's gonna kind of whip around in a circle and just yell out, "You don't do that!" And kind of a little more quietly, she's gonna say, "If you got something to say it to me, you dick!" I kind of glare around at the house.
Is that what I get for helping you? The youth these days.
Man, Granny Harper.
I think I think Skye's gonna sort of throw her hands up in despair and just be like, why? You just made me attack Agatha!
You know what they say, no one gets under your skin like family.
I know.
I thought there was going to be a ghost off there, but apparently not.
Was that a pun, Ewan?
It's not a pun. That's a situational wordplay.
That was a pun.
It's not a pun.
That was a pun.
That's not a pun.
I hate to tell you.
It's not a pun.
Ewan, welcome to the dark side. We have socks.
So does
socks?
everyone else, Ollie.
Yeah, but we really like to make a point of it.
I'll let you work on your sales pitch.
I don't need to. You're already on the puns.
So, Agatha, what are you up to?
I'm gonna storm off back to the cat sanctuary at this point. Clearly, this whole thing is compromised. Can't even trust random strangers from the internet. What has the world come to?
Is the digital nomadic age over this fast? You arrive back at your angry stomp not too long after Elizabeth Fortune. Elizabeth, mere minutes before, you slammed the door to your house open to find the downstairs thoroughly trashed. Inside are, well, what are Todd and Eugene up to? What have you been doing in the little bit since the place went quiet, silent and dead?
I've been making sure that all the footage I have on my phone was backed up immediately, I've started writing things down, and I've made no start to helping tidying up. I've just sat down on the sofa and just started writing down notes.
I will have given back the camera immediately, gone away from said camera and written my notes down, and then looked around and started clearing up.
Okay.
And as soon as Elizabeth comes home, I'm going to run up to her.
So,
No touching, please.
That was incredible!
What have you done?
I've done nothing. It was the other side.
in the background.
You're seriously going to blame all of this on a ghost? Are you mad?
Show the recording on my phone.
A picture of your beloved childhood cat, Lady Beatrice I, falls from the wall, shattering on the floor.
I bring up the video I took on my phone. I hope it shows Moggies going through the air, and I hope it doesn't, but it will do. Hopefully.
This video, I mean, it could be said to show a ghostly incident. It could also be said to show Eugene, who's very clearly not on screen, hurling cats and destroying bits of the room.
I say that's it's impossible that Eugene could have done that because he has. And I bring up the camera that I have and I flip out the viewfinder, and I start playing that back as well and try and get them roughly synced up so you can see the movements on Eugene's camera.
We do not care.
Don't you understand? This is proof that ghosts exist.
Very well, but what about all the cats? What about my house? I live here.
The shattered TV begins to spark. Something smells like it might be burning in there.
Oh, I absolutely would have unplugged it.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Eugene rushes over and unplugs it very quickly.
Dad, Mummy, I own a cat sanctuary on a tiny island.
One by one, the cats begin filtering back in, sauntering their way up to Elizabeth, and start complaining asynchronously.
As I shout above the loudly deafening, I suppose, cacophony of meows, I'm there like, that's secondary to this. We have proof.
Secondary? Do you live in your mother's basement or something?
I decline respectfully to answer that question.
Other people have to pay bills.
It is at about that comment about bills that Agatha Gray, at a dejected and confused jog, slumps her way into the house, only to be somewhat taken aback by the breadth of devastation.
I immediately wave Agatha over. Agatha, you've got to look at this. This is evident.
What? More fakes? I'm having a day. I'm not in the mood for just... Look...
Fakes?
I don't know why you trash the entire house just to fake a haunting. Honestly, it's not.
But I have conclusive proof I didn't fake it.
I'm sure you do.
A fairly helpful Eugene continues to make piles of the largest shards of glass, trying to herd cats away from the bits where they might maim themselves.
Eugene, my dear, you don't have to do that. Thank you.
I turn to Elizabeth. Liz. I will fix it.
Liz?
Yes, I'm calling you Liz. The social
It's
skills
not
aren't
my
that.
name.
Liz was what they called her at school when they bullied her.
Well, Todd doesn't know that.
No, he doesn't.
I can. If it makes you feel better, I'm sure I can arrange something to maybe have some of this fixed up.
Yes, you will.
Though I want to make it very clear, I actually did nothing wrong. I was not the one who broke your place.
I told you not to steal that horse.
You still have that stupid horse upstairs.
Did you plant the horse in the mansion?
What?
Are you so
Honestly.
desperate for ghosts that you come all the way here just to trash my home and leave?
Todd is taken aback by this turn of events. No, why would I ever do that? I want to find ghosts just as much as you do.
You'd be surprised.
So he'll make something
at
up.
what people do for
How do you?
attention.
What's your proof that I've made anything up?
What? Look at my poor place.
That's
And all we have is
not-
some
That's
video
not
that you could have faked.
Why would I fake a video? Eugene, did I fake anything?
I hate to agree with him, but he didn't make this up. He
But
hasn't
that just
staged
means
this.
you're in
This
on
really
it.
happened.
Agatha seems.
Weren't you
thoroughly
the one
unconvinced.
telling us earlier on how everything was haunted and there were ghosts everywhere?
But me?
Yeah, what changed your tune?
I mean, yeah, but not like this. And you should have seen back at the house. Like, honestly, it was pretty impressive, but you probably know. I mean,
I turned
What
to
for all
Agatha.
I know, you're
the
on
house.
cahoots.
I have no
turned
idea
to
what you're talking about.
I turned to Agatha,
Sure you don't.
angry at the accusation. So what? One little sign of ghosts, and you immediately reject their existence.
Look, I've seen plenty of signs of ghosts, and it's not this.
What did
Sorry.
you see? What exactly did you see in that attic?
In fact,
I
as your memory starts to resolve, Agatha, you're pretty sure you remember like some obvious projectors. Like you're fairly certain you saw a lot of signs that was just fake. As your
Yeah, I mean-
mind begins to adapt, covering and
saw-
sealing over the reality of what it experienced.
I saw your hologram. What else do you have stacked in that crate upstairs? What other fakes?
Don't exist. That's sci-fi.
I have integrity.
I don't have holograms.
Whatever I
Nah.
find is real.
Have
That was
I-
out loud.
Could I spot any of the throttle markings on Agatha's neck?
Yes, you can. And
Oh shit! I should have been more upset about that than the faking. Probably,
no,
yeah.
no, it's,
Grams!
it's pretty fair. Remember that the trauma that you've just gone through with the ghost isn't
I
just
didn't-
like a complete disbelief. It's also your brain going and like preemptively freaking out and trying to seal over the damage that this causes to your psyche. So,
Delirium light.
yes,
Repression.
exactly. Hence the like hallucinating details that weren't actually there. Though, at the shocked gasp, presumed, of Elizabeth Fortune, realizing there are choke marks, actually fairly strongly visible choke marks, on Agatha's neck, as though from one extremely sturdy hand. That feels like a good place to end it.
Oh. Quelle dramatique.
Yeah, well, I did study in Belgium. Do you have any reminders for next session?
The ghost hunters don't want to be ghost hunters anymore, or half of them. Half the ghost hunters don't believe in ghosts.
Sure we do. We just have integrity, unlike you hacks.
Fair.
If someone had come into my house, trashed it, and then said, "Look at this video," and just showed my cats being thrown across the room, I'm probably not going to believe them.
I showed you 2 videos of 2 different angles showing that
I was not looking at them.
Well, you're going to see them later then. Okay, reminder. I need to show. I need to show Liz the videos in tandem.
My name is not Liz.
You so you
Reminder.
have one that was your phone, which got a fair amount of stuff, but was quite blurry, and also it was a dark room. And then you have the like couple of seconds, maybe somewhere between 3 and 5, that Eugene got before everything just cut.
Yes.
The video keeps going, but just stuff was then normal.
Yes, that's fine.
What was yours there, Katya?
I don't remember.
Oh no, the ultimate irony. Any other reminders for next session?
That I would like Katya to show me the staged equipment.
All right, yeah. How long do I keep being delusional at this point?
Let me take
For as long as you want.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
fair.
it's a win either way for me. Either there are ghosts and they are spying on us, or the government is staging ghosts to spy on us.
Yeah,
So
like,
it's this incident essentially. So you're not necessarily skeptical over ghosts forever, but
Yeah.
I would say this incident is at this point reasonably closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
And then
fair.
extrapolate from that as you will.
All right. Yeah. No. I'm wondering how long I should lean into it.
Fair. Oh, we can work that
I'm
out
not-
as we go.
I got choked. I want to remember that because I already forgot it once, sort of.
Fair.
Or I focused on something else at least.
No, got that down. Anything else?
I'd like to have a reminder for PB&J.
What?
Why?
So we can wonder what the fuck that is next time, probably.
No, it was LCNS last time. This time he's asking for a reminder for peanut butter and jam.
You don't know what I'm asking for. PG.
All right. You can... No abbreviations. I'm just banning them. I'm banning them preemptively.
I was going to say I would like a reminder to disregard Ollie's last reminder.
Fortunately, no longer necessary. Any other reminders?
Skye's still at the house.
It's true.
Oh yeah.
And that I didn't actually go to the house.
Oh yeah. I want to try and fix my phone. See if it works now, or if I need to repair it or something. I guess it's an iPhone, so I probably need like an Apple store. Fuck.
Oh, and the Ouija board is at the house.
Yes.
Somewhere.
The Ouija board is at the house, not at the cat sanctuary.
Special edition Ouija.
The Nietzsche board.
Nietzsche board.
Oh, I suppose a reminder that Todd is both frustrated and confused at all the accusations leveled at him.
Imagine you're Todd. You've just genuinely and really obviously experienced paranormal activity. You've got what you think is compelling proof, and the second you go to show it to other people who you consider true believers, they go, "What the fuck are you talking about, you idiot wanker? You broke my TV and tortured my cats."
I don't have to imagine it. I experienced the real anger when people weren't believing me.
Sorry, what was the actual reminder there, Todd? I completely forgot.
Reminder was that the accusations hold my way. And I didn't have to believe it, Ewan. I didn't have to imagine it. I was there. I was angry when people weren't believing me. Well, nerd inside of me was like, but the proof, it is indisputable.
Fair. Anything else?
You come into my home, you throw my cats.
That's the worst Godfather impression.
Yeah, I know,
I've
it
ever
is.
heard.
I wasn't going for accuracy.
That
Okay.
was great.
In that case,
Thank you, Kasia.
Feedback.
Thank you.
anything you liked, anything you disliked, anything you'd like to see more of or less of next time.
That was a good session.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
productive.
being possessed by my own grandmother. I thought I was being possessed by the ghost in the house.
Well,
No.
now,
here we
in
go.
my defense, if you're going to take a flaw that makes you easier to be possessed and then go wandering around in spooky houses you know are filled with ghosts late at night, that's
Did your grandmother basically just turn you into like a reservation? Like she reserved your body for the period that the other ghost could have entered for.
I can neither confirm nor deny, but you did not put yourself in a situation where it was difficult to possess you. No sunny shopping centre filled with people on sacred ground was that. Oh, Sophie, we forgot to tell you as well. Ollie's Schlorp character's name is Dio, and his online handle is ChairLover69.
Oh, amazing. That makes me so happy.
I hope we get to do a Wraith game now so that I can have Chair Dio up here.
Wow, you're so comfortable.
They call him Geo.
He's probably not that comfortable. Technically, the pillow would have to be a separate ghost. Any
You
other...
could have made a friend.
You take this ghost to be your back forevermore.
Any other reminders? Any other reminders? What was I talking about? Sorry, any other feedback?
I had fun. Thank you.
Glad to hear it. Thank you.
Great time.
Good.
Questions? Anything anyone was narratively unsure of in that session? Is everyone following the plot?
I believe so.
There are ghosts. Ooh.
Yeah, it was one hell of a change of pace from
Yeah.
from last. I did not expect the escalation.
I feel like what's the name of the guy in Fairly Odd Parents who's obsessed with fairies?
Oh, fuck, another one you mean.
Yeah.
I feel like that, but with ghosts.
Ghost!
Ghosts! Everywhere ghosts!
Oh my god, Ollie's literally playing that.
But look at the evidence!
Shows very obvious evidence. What are you talking about? That's just Big Fairy Jeff.
Is this a British thing? Because I have no idea what this is.
Fairly Odd
Have
Parents.
you never seen the Fairly Odd
my
Parents?
God.
Oh.
I have no idea what that is.
It's an American TV cartoon show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an early 2000s TV series.
Yeah.
It was very, very funny, very, very good. But there was one. It's one of the many, 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 many series that Tara Strong has done. But there's one of the characters in it. Crocker?
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Crocker, who's
Yeah.
utterly obsessed with finding fairies and getting proof of the fact that fairies exist. And, and I feel like that's us with ghosts right now.
Oh, that's
Ghosts!
not the IRL. That's Todd IRL.
Of course. And here, look, we've got Elizabeth Fortune at the moment.
Oh, fucking dick, you son.
Oh my.
That's a strong statement to make with that image playing.
Wait, what? There's an image? Oh yeah, that's it. That's right there.
Also, I believe that was Deck, not Dick.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not.
And I definitely heard.
Look,
You heard what you wanted to hear, you filthy bastards.
Oh,
I
my.
said nothing untoward.
And that's coming from me.
Sorry, there's so many good gifts for this show. I'm going to cut out this whole fucking section. Cool. What the fuck were we talking about? We were doing
Narratively unsure.
Yes,
of...
narrative thingies. Cool. No, I'm happy people are having fun with the escalation.
Yeah, it was really like 0 to 100 in.
Very much so.
Plans went awry, both sides of the shroud. Fuck, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, Fairly Odd Parents also had a really weird premise for a live-action TV movie version of itself that inexplicably got made, where the idea is when you become either a teenager or an adult, I forget, you lose access to your fairly godparents, and they're assigned to another kid. So in the live-action movie, Timmy the main character just repeatedly gets held back for like a decade and a half, and is so in his mid-20s and still in the American 4th grade, whatever the fuck that is, but therefore also still has access to his fairly godparents.
Huh.
It's an interesting show.
Couldn't he
Jesus.
just wish to be young? Also, that's not what I said.
God
Oh
damn
my
it.
god.
Ollie, for fuck's sakes, will you please learn to put a black outline around white text?
Well, this is paint. I don't have
I'm
that.
so mad at you. How do you not have an outline plugin for your paint?
You're also completely misquoting.
Yeah.
That's I mean I also heard it. I will play back the audio after this.
Yeah, and hear all the fucking EVPs on that recording.
Mm.
So, does anyone have any theories about what they think might be happening?
I
there's
think
ghosts?
someone got possessed.
Two of them, right?
Neither
Or
of those are really theories, honestly. Those are just like things that happened today.
There's two ghosts, by the sounds of it. One
I
of
think
which
we
is
brought one of them with us, though.
yeah, we got a pet ghost now, which is always a good thing. I can never go wrong.
I think the cat ghost that was being rude to me earlier stayed put and is now fucking up my house when I'm not there, which is foolish of me to leave, honestly.
The cat ghost.
Yeah, the one that was like when me and Nikki were talking to each other, and there was cats being shuffled out aggressively.
Yeah.
I mean, if that wasn't Nikki's nan, then
I thought it was Nikki's nan that was scaring the ghosts.
I didn't
scaring
think
the
it was Nikki's nan. I thought Nikki's nan was just chilling.
My nan's the one who possessed me.
Yeah. quite clearly.
I've been kind of
And
wondering.
apparently told Agatha to stay away from me for no apparent reason, because she could.
I've been kind of wondering how to portray Nikki's antecessor. I feel I've hit on a reasonable interpretation of the character.
I enjoy it.
I love it.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Would be assaulted again.
It's just guilt. You should call more often. Guilt.
Why aren't you like your friends?
Yeah, I mean, that ghost has guilt as a pattern.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I don't know what you mean. So, brings us on to... Oh, not everyone's favourite part of the session quite yet. Let's do some XP! Plot Cat? That's not how you pronounce that. Everyone was doing the XP chant. You can't just meow at me.
And have and will continue to do so.
You'll get spiked at the wall by a ghost, mate.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Does anyone have any... plot progression? Does anyone feel like you made any significant plot progression this session?
No.
We met the ghost. For real?
Obviously, yes.
Nah, nothing happened. We had a nice little chat about sewing kits.
Yeah.
And biscuit tins.
We met two ghosts.
I, for one, am enjoying Katya's ongoing education in minor Britishisms.
Oh, I have a new favorite word in the entire English language. Fucking moggy. I had no idea that was a thing.
Moggy.
And it's the best word. I'm going to use that all the time from now on.
Yeah, it's the
fantastic.
name for a slightly mutty cat, I guess.
Yeah, I sort of got that from the context,
Yeah.
but it sounds fucking adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just call any cat a moggy if you want.
Yeah,
feel
I don't
odd.
think you call a purebred a moggy so much.
Oh, I would. It's a cat, innit?
Because though only the purest of the pure breeds are called pure breed by you. Because you've seen levels of cat we can't even imagine.
Yeah, I'm what's called a pro-cat person.
You're a furry.
I don't think I'd have a first.
Silence is deafening and informative.
I can't think what that would be.
You do have a fursona. James assigned you one.
I don't really like James's assignment. It's just something.
What is it?
It's goats.
A
think.
goat!
Yeah,
Because
I
he'll
can
eat
see that.
anything.
I feel like that would also be his Patronus and his spirit animal and every other type of animal-human
I like to
connection.
think that my Patronus is Brian Blessed so that he can beat up all the other Patronuses.
It's not Pokemon.
It doesn't have to not be Pokemon. You never wanted to
That's
watch.
true.
You never wanted to watch Ghost Brian Blessed deck the shit out of Harry Potter's stag.
If one of the
And then,
ghosts
like,
isn't Brian Blessed, then I will be severely
They
sad.
give a noogie to a Dementor that's shrieking in terror.
He's just like, oh!
Like,
Honestly, I would pay to see that.
I can't think of anything else that I've never thought of before that I've wanted to see so much.
He would totally brag about, like, he wouldn't come out and fight Dementors. He would just come out and just brag about how he once beat up a Dementor with one fist in the middle of the Arctic for some reason.
Oh,
I didn't know that I've always wanted this to happen.
I love Brian Blessed. I actually own a t-shirt that has a picture on it of me meeting Brian Blessed. It's a really weird gift from my dad.
That is weird.
That is kind of weird, yeah.
Anywho, any other plot progression?
Ewan's like, I hope this is an awakening.
Horse is haunted. House
Clearly
is
this
haunted.
The horse-
Nicky got possessed.
Fucking
Nearly
sabotage
killed another
going on.
fucking member of the party.
Alright, I'm sorry, but Nikki being possessed is not plot progression. That is literally a flaw she took at Jen.
I mean, it is plot progression for Katya. Agatha.
Yeah, I mean, it might be if Agatha wasn't in supernaturally reinforced dread and denial.
I suppose that's fair.
Character development. Does anyone feel like they developed their character this session? And if so, how?
I feel like I've developed a profound mistrust for the rest of my party members.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Would everyone like to raise their hands if they feel
I'm
they
the
developed a
only one
profound
on your
mistrust in their
side.
party
Yeah, I
members?
take it back. Yeah, I've developed a profound mistrust for two of the party members.
assume.
Yeah, I want to know too. That seems.
But
that
you
seems
two.
That seems extremely conservative.
Well, we don't. I'm assuming
He's only
Skye.
got
Why don't you trust me? You come in here and wreck my fucking house!
Told you ghosts
Yeah,
did it.
Ollie.
And the joke's on you, losers.
That's not an excuse!
Do you get the impression that
That's
Ollie?
not a ghost in it!
Do you get the impression that Ollie has genuinely tried to use that on his parents as a child?
Unquestionably so.
You say that with such confidence.
Papa, I didn't trim the hedges poorly. Ghosts did.
A ghost!
Also, joke's on you, losers. Can't lose trust when you didn't trust anyone to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Any other character development this session?
Come on.
Yeah, I think
Agatha developing a very healthy fear of Skye.
Yeah, not the rivalry I would have called.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Ricky, isn't it the rivalry between Agatha and old Granny Harper?
I think you'll find that, as with all grandmas past a certain age, her name is Mildred.
Yeah, or Ethel.
Is it the same Mildred?
I think Agatha suddenly swapping from a ghost Instagrammer to, nope, fuck this, I'm out, they suck, no one ever believed in this shit, fuck off.
Oh no, like, I mean, I was sort of like in the camp that maybe they're real, maybe they're not to begin with, but this is not ghosts, clearly, like...
Yeah.
Any
This
other
is a fake.
development?
Maybe a random aside, but saying the word Gertrude made me think that, everyone, all women over the age of 80 are called, like, Gertrude, and all men over the age of 80 are called Bertrude. I don't know why that keeps slaying me.
I think you'll find that the male equivalent of Gertrude is Gertrude.
Wait,
Oh,
I
You're
killed,
Bertram.
It's
I
Bertrude.
killed Mildred in the last
Bertrude.
game. Shit.
You killed my grandmother!
Oh no!
Oh my god, you did kill a Mildred too. She was an
What
old
if she
woman.
tried to kill you, Katya?
She was an old woman.
You're gonna kill Ewan as well, he's an old woman.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. No, that's okay, actually. That Mildred got soul forged, I think. Oh,
Yeah, she did.
So she's a
Oh,
cushion.
that makes it okay.
She's a cushion atop a chair somewhere.
No! Not on top of Dio!
Which Mildred was that? I don't remember a Mildred.
No, it was Wraith campaign I played with Katya.
Ah.
We might do Wraith after this. It's got my hankering up.
You're an anchoring.
I said hankering with an H.
Anchoring.
So, any other character development? Nope. Cool. Excellence of roleplay. Does anyone feel like they developed? Does anyone feel like anyone else roleplayed particularly well this session?
Katya's roleplay once convinced ghosts, or that particular instance was a ghost, was on fucking point.
Yep.
Sophie and Ewan basically doing improv, like, with the shopkeep. That was, like, best example of yes and I've seen in a long time. Holy
Yay!
shit, that was on point.
I'm afraid
Yeah, that
we
was a
don't
lot of fun.
award Excellence of roleplay things for the GM, but you can have it for Sophie's excellent roleplay.
Yes. Give me your bonuses.
Probably gonna end that word short though.
I sometimes wonder if I could have a pretty decently sized keyboard of embarrassing Sophie audio quotes if I could be asked to assemble it.
I
I
reckon
would pay money for that.
you just got that. You just got the words. Sophie saying the word dictionary. It was like dictionary.
Give me your
Quite.
bonuses. Sorry, so it was, Sophie's shopkeep improv.
I also really enjoyed Eugene staying true to character in the middle of a fucking cat hurricane, just going like, nope, stay off camera.
Absolutely. We're not doing that shit.
A cat hurricane.
I mean, it pretty much was at that point.
I know.
Was it a cat 5?
Oh, that got me.
There he goes.
That was good.
Oh dear. Any other Excellence of Roleplay awards?
I very much enjoyed Skye's reactions to the possession to her grandmother, just trying to get her to guilt everyone else all the time. That was a lot of fun. I thought Todd was particularly well done as well, in the way he was just excited about everything that was going on and trying to record as much as he could.
On the flip side, also the indignation at like the rest of the believers coming back and just being like, "No, what the fuck?"
That was real indignation as well.
You were all supposed to be different.
No.
You were supposed to be less skeptical, not more.
I found you on Reddit!
The internet isn't built for liars.
Elizabeth's reaction when she got home as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Sophie's little freakouts. Beautiful.
Aw, yay. You touch my stuff.
What's your resources at, Sophie? Is it 1?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think so. Hang on.
So the reason I offered to...
Oh, it is! Yeah.
Yeah, I do not think you have home insurance. And if you did, I don't know how
No,
you
I
explain
do not.
this.
I have a feeling I built that shelter up by myself.
You legally need insurance.
Only if you're a
I am on a
landlord.
tiny island and I cannot afford things. Meanwhile, Banks McGee, Luigi, is rolling in the dough.
You don't need home insurance if you're living in the home.
That is not how that works.
No, legally,
Yeah.
you don't need to have home insurance if you're occupying the building, because the reasoning behind it is effectively you are the caretaker and you are the insurance itself. If you are leaving a residence unoccupied, then you have to have home insurance.
Or if you're renting to someone, then you also need
I'm
home insurance.
thinking of the insurance.
Yeah, you need renting insurance, and then usually the tenants need insurance as well.
Exactly. Cool.
I have resources 4.
I have resources 5, so that's why I was...
Alright, so both of you have home insurance on your homes that are decidedly untrashed and far away from here.
Right, it's mummy and dad.
Well, yeah, I inherited my parents' home when they died.
This is why you don't have a home. Just live wherever.
That's
So I make that out to be... Sorry, Nikki's gran has done a number on my throat.
I also really enjoyed Katya adapting to, nope, don't like this anymore. I am no
Shit,
longer
I'm
doing
not-
this shit. Everyone's faking. Fuck you all.
Entirely fair. I bet that ought to be 9 experience points for session number 3. That's 3 points of plot progress. Meeting the ghost. The horse is haunted, and the house is haunted. 2 points of character development. That's Todd has developed a mistrust of his party members. Agatha developing a healthy fear of Skye /deciding, and Agatha developing a healthy fear of Skye /deciding she hates ghosts. 3 points excellence of roleplay. That's
oh god, his grandma's gonna kill him.
Your same grandma's still doing a number on your throat.
Guilt.
I was gonna go into the office tomorrow, you and I. Are you gonna kill me?
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm not really a big killy person.
I've seen you attack breakfast and blocks of cheese.
3 points excellence of roleplay. That's Agatha's insistent denial of ghosts, even mid-manifestation. Sophie's shopkeep improv. Eugene refusing to be on camera, even mid-cat hurricane. Skye not liking her grandmother guilty. Todd's genuine excitement and confusion / indignation. And Elizabeth's freakout on finding her home trashed, +1 standard.
Oh, there's also the Todd stuff in there as well.
Well,
Todd, John mentioned Todd stuff
I did.
in the character roleplay.
I did.
Yeah, that was the first bit.
Ewan says no.
No, that was the first point of the character recap. Yeah, it was accounted for. Todd has developed a mistrust of his party members.
Oh, I see. Yes. Sorry.
No, not that. It was the enthusiasm with which he was investigating everything.
Fair. I am reluctant to give 2 points for the same character, I'm afraid.
One day, John.
Not on your
Safe
fucking
to dream.
money. Which brings us on to everyone's favourite part of the session. It's the highlights. Katya, do you have any highlights for that session?
Oh man, again, the fucking shopkeep improv was so good. I really love that Skye finally reacted to something without rolling her eyes, and it was the fucking Nyancat song.
We got him, folks.
That's what breaks the trend, right? Oh yeah, the cat hurricane was fantastic. Just the sheer amount of botches.
There were a lot of botches this session. A lot of botches, a lot of willpower flying thick and fast. The dice knew you were overriding them, and they were not happy.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, just the sheer escalation from 0 to 100, and yeah, no, your ghost descriptions were on point. Grandma's blatant fishing for pathos was also great.
I don't know what you mean. God, imagine being a ghost and rather than having to spend fucking pathos to talk to humans, you have a human who's got a merit that just lets them talk to you. Oh. The slight issue is, and this is not something you would ever know, Nikki, but for the record, from the ghost side, the term for someone like you is a consort, which means your consort is your gran, and that sounds weird.
That does sound very weird.
Yeah.
And yeah, probably not the weirdest thing we've heard in our sessions.
Not the weirdest term for something completely different in the world of darkness either.
No, it's just the subtle implication that Skye's having it off with her dead nan is a bit of an unusual one.
Wait, you mean she isn't?
Not as far as I'm aware. That's not really the read I got from Nikki's roleplay. Not unless there's one hell of an odd couple dynamic going on there.
Anyways, I think I did a fair bunch there. Maybe someone else's turn?
Fair. Nikki, do you have any highlights for that session?
Well, off my head, I think Kat just kind of said all the ones that I wanted to.
Fair. John, do you have any highlights for that session?
My character got a will point as I lost one. A willpower point as I lost one.
Fair. Anything else?
Yeah. Todd finally gets proof of what he's looking for, and suddenly everyone doesn't believe him.
Fair.
And accuses him of faking it.
Anything else?
I will go with that.
Cool. Sophie, do you have any highlights for that session?
Yeah, Luigi's, Ouijas, and Squigees.
How the fuck do you spell Ouija?
Ouija.
Ouija.
Yeah. Literally six for you, man.
Oh yeah, I got it. Wait, but it's not Luigi's, Ouijas, and Squeegees. It was Luigi's, Ouijas featuring Squeegees.
Yes.
And the postcards from Fiji.
Yep.
Fiji.
Yes, Michael Jackson plays constantly over the shop OST.
OST.
Get in the fucking sea, Ollie. Any other highlights, Sophie?
Yeah, shit. What was it? Finding out that cats have 3 points of willpower, and then horses have more than ponies, which is a flat out lie.
Yeah, animal stats in one are not generally great.
That's for most things is weird. Like the 20th anniversary edition of Mage statted up a tank, and it basically means vampires and werewolves, and then everything is pointless. You just tank beats everything.
I really kind of agree that a tank should beat most things if it gets a direct hit.
I mean, it is a tank, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly.
It just begs the question, right? Why don't the fucking werewolves just grab a couple of tanks and drive into Malfeas, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, why don't they?
That sounds like a great campaign. Let's play that next.
But yeah, like,
I imagine it's because they're too busy chasing cars.
A gorilla is only strength 4 according to standard WOD stats. Rather than the more obvious strength 6. You can literally out wrestle them.
I mean, isn't strength 4 higher than any human can have?
No, strength 4 is above average for human. 3 is baseline human average for someone who is overly weak.
I'm still thinking of actual vampire stats where 3 is supernatural.
No, even there, like 5 is top human condition.
Yeah.
That's average.
I thought 3 was...
No, 3 is average. 3 is average to good. 2 is like office worker strength. 3 is medieval peasant
2 is
strength.
average.
Yeah.
2 is an average human. 1 is bad.
So like
literally 4 times stronger than humans. Or times
5 is generally the upper tier that most humans can access, but you might say that, like, say, I don't know, Usain Bolt probably has an athletics of 6, right?
Yeah.
So there's some exceptional humans.
No, like 6 is described as basically Herculean.
Yeah. And Usain Bolt is the fastest man ever to exist.
Oh yeah, no, just the way the plot describes it, so to speak, Usain Bolt would be a 5.
I mean, if you're going to call Herculean, I would thoroughly disagree. Like, Hercules' feats of strength are about on par there.
Okay, fair. But a few of the games have merits where you can take a 6 dot and something, and that is typically described as being like beyond human potential. Like
and if you're like
peak.
Beyond the absolute peak for the other 8 billion humans, like if you include the very top tier of human condition in the data set, then they're essentially outliers, completely throwing off the curve, right? If Usain Bolt is the 5, then no player character should ever be at 5.
Yeah, yes, that's how it's written, but it's not fun to play that way. So
exactly.
Sorry, tangent.
In any case, I think a gorilla should be a strength 9.
Well, not strength 9, but like 6, 5 at the very least. Anywho, we're going to call pace on that. Any other highlights, Sophie?
Nope, that's it.
John, we did John's?
You already did me.
We did do John's. So that's everyone important done.
Whoa.
Ollie, do you have any highlights?
Slut. Yes. What do you mean you don't believe me?
Such betrayal.
Category 5 hurricane?
Nope, no puns. Fuck you.
Fine, just cat hurricane then. Cat hurricane.
Cat hurricane's already down.
Okay, the cat yeet to the back of the head. Cat distract.
There was a time when that was supposed to be subtle, right? As you could tell from John having a perception to notice that the cat was thrown and not leaping. And then things escalated.
I don't think there's anything anymore.
Fair. In that case, I do have a minor additional highlight, which is a bit self-congratulatory, but Grandma Harper don't fuck around.
She does not.
That sounds like a song from the...
Why are all Mildreds like murderous old ladies?
Because.
Who hurt you,
it's just English culture.
Still don't understand why she was telling Agatha to get away from me. Like,
she's a bad influence.
She also told me to compliment your wit.
Yeah. You don't appreciate her granddaughter enough, and also, you're one of these Instagram types. Zuckerberg.
They're murderous because they've run out of fucks to care with, and they've run out of shits to give for anyone else.
So, thank you.
So fuck it, might as well get rid of them all.
Thank you all for a very entertaining session number 3. Does anyone have any final words for the recording?
Ouijas, Luigis, Fijis,
And Squeegees.
Squeegees.